You're tuned into Artgoon Radio, brought to you by UTB Worldwide. Download our app, available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's just a lifestyle. Don't trip.
Shit ain't been the same. Keep channeling his spirit right now.
Candyman.
There you go, Big T. Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go.
Shout out Young Dog.
Always.
Swag. I had to just let this roll out just a little bit. This beat's hard.
I told you, man. Has you playing at the party looking swagged out?
You for sure did, man. Hey, I got you looking all good. Got you looking all great.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, though. Big C don't never slap no Dolph at the functions, man. That should be having me mad.
Like you got a lot of Dolph on your laptop, too, man. You gotta start stepping
It's the
that.
man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some of the ladies do call me Superman. It's your boy, Big Cali.
Am I second?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right.
Okay, all right. Do we do this the way it go?
Rare Artgoon, Trim Half, Two Step, Shotty, Big Dog.
It's your boy Marshall. Keep it simple today.
I feel you, man. It's Artgoon Radio. And yeah, man, feeling good, feeling great. Another day.
Why'd you ignore me when I say you don't play no Dolph at the function?
Because I do play Dolph at the function.
No, you don't. I go to all your functions. I don't hear no damn Dolph.
Did I play Dolph on Halloween?
Yes, you did.
And did I play Eddie Kane?
Yes, you did.
It wasn't slapping.
But did you ask me what song to play? Which one should I play out of all these? He didn't know any of them. I was like,
I do. I got him. All right, you want to be real with you?
What?
All right, I'm going to come clean. I listen to Young Dolph.
Uh-huh.
But I don't really play him in the clubs because most of the times I get on the sets, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock slot. Like, and nobody want to come in hot with no trap music. They trying to twerk and get it popping. So I come in with the twerking. And let Dolph make something with City Girls or something. I'll play that in the club at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. For sure. But in my car, in my whip, where I chill, I listen to Dolph. Okay. He's one of the only trappers that made it off of just purely selling weed.
Yeah, and I feel like he tells the most truth out of all of them.
Except for that deal that we still don't know
He signed a deal?
He
said it.
He did that whole thing like, oh, I didn't sign no deal. I'm independent. And then it came out he signed.
No, but he said it like, I signed a deal, but like I shouldn't have. Like these niggas ain't let me release my music as I want to anymore. That's stupid.
Yeah, he was dropping constantly.
Yeah. So he kept it real, you know. Realest rapper in the game, Dolph. I love you, man. You motivate me early in the morning, man, to get up.
Hey, I can't lie. If you listen to Dolph first thing in the morning, you will have a
You're
good
gonna
day.
do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
It's gonna get done. Like
it will get done.
It will get done,
for
man.
sure.
But nah, man. It's where are we at right now? This is November.
Yeah,
it's first
in November.
First week.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's gonna be
October went by fast.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't even remember October. I feel like it was like my dad's birthday and Halloween.
Yeah, that might have been one of the fastest months of the year for sure.
That was too deep.
It gets like that towards the end. Shit be flying by. I hate it.
It do. And then once we get to Big C's birthday, it's just like it's a wrap after that.
It's over.
Yeah,
year over. You got that 6-day window right after.
And you always trying to do hella shit too, man. Wearing niggas out.
Hey, man.
We got a 5-day birthday extravaganza.
Hey, man.
Cool and all that.
All I'm gonna say is this.
What?
I'm in talks. We already planning some events.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cali birthday weekend this year is about to be crazy.
How many days is this weekend?
It's at least 3 so far.
At least 3?
Yeah. I got some private events.
So music
the
festival
private
at this
events
point.
can be 5.
If so, hey, I'm not doing 5, bro.
You got to.
I'm doing 2. If you have 3, I'm doing 2. If you have 5, I'm doing 2. So I can guarantee you.
I said it one every day.
I'll give you 3.
I'll give you 3.
I'll give you 3 for the full week.
Oh man, but nah, man. How's your beginning of November been though, Ring?
It was good. We went to a function that my boy Alante threw. You DJ.
That was cracking.
Yeah.
Nah, that was cracking.
Yes, been working, been shipping orders. We're down to the last couple things.
You know what? Not to cut you off. Can we go back to that party real quick? Because I thought about something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I literally was walking around the club with a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I felt like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, you told me that after I left, you was on some ghetto shit. And I respect that.
Look, I had a whole bottle to myself, and I was like, I can't drink it all. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to just be giving out liquor to girls. That looks weird in the club. Like, hey, you want a shot, girl? Come on. Like, it looks weird.
You don't want to waste it, and you don't want to get too drunk. So it is like.
So I gave it away.
Yeah.
I just drank
it's reasonable.
I just passed the bottle into a crowd and then just let it fly, and then just disappeared into the mist.
I feel you.
Good IE bottle trick.
Yeah, man. What was it like? It was like 4 of us, 5 of us.
Yeah, 2 bottles.
Yeah, that was too much.
Yeah,
man.
It was a lot.
Party was cool though. I felt like that was like as popping as it could get in the IE.
For sure. Alante threw a good party, man. Shout out Alante for that. And what was it? I forgot the name of the venue, but yeah, the venue was popping. It was nice.
I don't know. And have you ever seen that venue ever?
Never.
That shit is right next door to Ontario Mills. It's
that venue.
It's just across the parking lot.
It looked a little too nice. I don't trust when those nice venues just pop up out of nowhere.
I feel you.
It just seems a little good.
In the IE.
In the IE. All that good ass equipment.
You make a good point.
Yeah, so we'll see. Shout them out.
Mm-hmm. Straight up.
But yeah, go. My bad though. You're
I knew
saying.
moving right along. You was just about to cut me off. Damn, this nigga thinks he don't show me no love.
He
bro.
did cut you off last time.
Yeah, last time just rapped. Nigga, fuck this nigga ring. Spun the record on me. Damn, dog. That's 2 in a row now, bro. I'm starting to get the signal.
You with the Talia?
I'm putting all the clues together now.
You see how I really feel?
Yeah. So what you doing, Reem? Okay, yeah, fuck that.
All right, moving right along.
Yep. I went to the homegirl Sarah's art show yesterday. It was pretty tight, man. Made some pieces with her. A few purses. Looking very couture, as Big C.
Very couture?
The word Big C loves to use.
Hey, man, my couture line is amazing of Reem. I have a few couture pieces on lock.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, no, so Sarah's event was dope. It was like, what type of art event was it?
She's like, I would call her the craft queen, so I
respect that, for sure.
She is real crafty with it. A lot of things were made out of felt.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's just hard to explain. You have to go in there. You got.
I've seen the picture you posted of the bags, and those was crazy.
Yep, they were made out of all materials. One of them was made out of bubble wrap. That's what the show was called. It was called Bubble Wrap.
Okay.
So that was incorporated in some of the pieces. It was like wrapped mannequins and felt hands.
See, this is Sarah shit, man. Sarah's explaining it. Yeah. I understand because look, last time I even went to any event is when she had the spot on Cathedral City off of was it 111?
Yeah, right after 111.
Yeah, and she just opened that spot. And I remember she had all the art pieces and it was like super swagged out. And then the next day, it was like an event. I think it was doo-wop in the desert or something. And she had the whole craft and stuff at the function.
Yeah.
And she always had the crafts and stuff at the most popping spots because you'll be in the club getting cracking, and then you'll go outside and do arts and crafts.
Yeah, it's a very social thing to have at a party, Yeah.
I would never think to do that though. That's why I get it though, man.
Smart, very smart.
So you were up in where was that at?
I was in Redlands.
Okay.
So there's a lot of hanger beer there. I was very drunk last night.
Off the hanger hard?
Yeah, I was at the hanger hard. Kel little head was with me, so I was roasting his little head.
In my eyes, even though I know that's why he's not here today. Yeah. In my eyes, I'm putting that out there.
He was whipping my ass in ping pong though. I ain't no liar. I ain't no liar and I ain't no capper. He was whipping my ass in ping pong.
He had you.
He had me. He's been whipping my ass in there. I ain't gonna lie. That's the one thing that he
watched Forrest Gump way too many times. That's
probably what it is, bro. You're right. That's what it is.
Oh man, that's what's up.
So when were we here last week?
Yeah.
So,
we've been working.
That was just what happened this week, I guess.
Yeah. Well, how's your week been?
It's been cool, man. Got the nonprofit movement, taking the next steps to get that going, being official.
Okay.
And then just starting some new hobbies, man. Making candles.
Yeah.
So it's holiday season, man.
I see you got the candles right here on the table right now.
Yeah, this
one. The prototype.
We waiting for some some samples, but we about to get the labels and all that cracking. So by December, we'll be ready to take y'all holiday orders. You feel me?
Let's go.
You said that. So we'll be ready to take your holiday orders.
Putting some scents together. Everything so far we're using is growing in the backyard, so it's lit. Like,
man. That's freaking dope, man.
That garden's crazy. You haven't been to Marshall's Garden? Huh?
Nah, I still haven't been there. And even though I was talking, and we had the whole episode where I was asking advice on plants and all that stuff, still ain't got no plants.
You ain't shit.
Still ain't started my garden.
You ain't shit. See, man, now you missed
working.
it. You missed it. Now you just gotta come back in March.
Yeah.
What?
You shouldn't plant right now.
Wait a minute. Why I can't plant right now?
Mother Nature, the laws of
Yeah.
the universe.
Oh, shit.
It's better to just
I
plant.
thought it was like a
in spring.
law or something. I was like, what?
It's
I
like-
can't plant right
It's
now.
just better
It's
to plant in
certain-
spring.
Seeds you could plant that are like pretty hardy, and they'll make it through. Hopefully, it's cold, but it's just too
Hey,
cold to plant.
I don't like
anything.
hopefully and hope and maybe it's in it could. We can see.
It's gotta wait half a year now, bro.
Yeah,
So when's the best time to plant anything?
March to like August.
Yeah, August is
July,
cool.
You know, August. Yeah.
and then it gets tricky when you plant stuff in March too, because the summer might torch it.
Yeah.
Depending on how good it grows, like it might get torched in the summer.
Yeah.
See, this is too much, man. I don't know.
But if you're planting like
This is a
rosemary
lot.
and
This
lavender,
is a lot.
it's not gonna take that much like
Yeah.
for you to keep those up. Sage.
A lot of these plants are probably really resilient.
Yeah.
Like, they'll survive,
yeah.
or they'll die out, and then you'll look like a couple months later, and it's all type of just new mint, all type of shit growing, just because like the seeds.
Watch when you get on it, Big C. You're gonna be outside smoking a joint,
I'm gonna
watering
be
the plants.
I'm gonna be looking
relax.
like I'm gonna
You
look like
gonna
Jody
really like
Mama on
it.
Baby
Yeah.
Boy.
You for sure gonna look like
Outside
that.
in the garden, crossing my feet,
You're gonna have
drinking
your hat
wine.
on.
Yep. It ain't too much movement. It's a lot of things that you would like about.
I hate you're selling me on
Yeah,
gardening
you'll
right
like
now.
it. You'll like it, bro. You're gonna be watering it, just chilling, cooling out.
Listening
cool
to
as a breeze.
music. It's crazy.
Yep.
It is not that popular. All I see is when I think of gardening, I think of pulling weeds. I think of dealing with rodents. I think of dealing with fucking the nature, rain, it's heat, cold.
Maybe if you live on acres, possibly.
Waking up in the morning early.
And doing what?
It's-
See, because look, my dad, he was the gardener.
Uh-huh.
He did all that.
Mhm.
But like he's trying to force me to do the shit.
Mhm.
And I hated it. And like I would just be like, I'd rather clean the whole house than do gardening.
He had you
see.
doing all the hard work though.
Like all this shit is not tight. Pulling weeds.
Yep.
Doing other crazy things.
If
I'm not-
you plant enough stuff, you really don't even have to like deal with weeds and stuff
Yeah.
like that really no more.
We get like in our backyard, we get like it's probably 5 weeds back there, just like in random spots. We just don't really get that much shit.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
whatever you're thinking, you just scarred from your childhood, bro.
I'm just traumatized,
Yeah,
I
you're
think.
traumatized.
And you know what? I'm just gonna let it be. I still got a $150 credit at Home Depot, so I'm gonna go.
You gotta run that up one day, man.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go there and buy a bunch of rosemary.
So by June, I want your garden to be in the pre-popping stage.
Yeah.
So I got to start in March.
Yeah, just like go get 5 plants, plant
Cool.
them.
Because it's gonna be plant based Big Cali anyway
And
by
you-
then.
Oh my god.
And you could just
So,
plant
I mean, I might as well have my own garden to have in the backyard to do my thing.
and if you don't want to take
Yeah.
care of your plants, you could honestly just plant a bunch of succulents.
Yeah.
What do you mean by succulents?
Cactus, aloe, jade,
And
Oh,
those-
okay.
stuff
Those don't
like
need
that.
shit. They just grow.
They don't need shit.
They don't need nothing, bro.
Just
My aloe
grow.
I don't know if I ever water my aloe. That shit just getting bigger and bigger.
Hey, aloe is so appropriate though. It's so good for like your hair. And your
It is.
skin.
Everything.
It's good for everything. Digestive system, everything.
Wait, you be eating that shit?
You're supposed to. You're supposed to eat it
Yeah.
every morning. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
It tastes terrible.
Really?
I'd rather
Mhm.
juice it.
Yeah.
Oh, you drink it? Oh
Yeah.
man,
They have aloe juice that you're supposed to take a shot
Oh yeah,
of.
well, I seen that green goopy
Yeah.
juice.
You just take a little shot.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I'm cool. I'll just keep praying every morning.
Hey, I don't do it either, but I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm saying you're supposed to though. That's just
How's
disgusting.
your
man.
week, man?
It's been good, man. Lots of work. Definitely. Okay, yeah, definitely. That big ass freaking crate water bottle thing.
Hey, stay
Freaking
hydrated, y'all.
Freaking construction workers make me mad outside. That ain't made me mad. But nah, I wanted to do definitely send shout outs and prayers to everyone affected by the fires right now in Cali.
Yeah.
It's definitely deep. Even down to the king had to leave his castle in Brentwood.
I seen that.
And he sent the first responders a taco truck.
Oh yeah, I seen that as well.
And shout out all the inmates too that's fighting the fires too. That's getting
Yeah,
they're the ones actually probably saving
Yeah.
the majority.
What I hope, Black conspiracies with Tree Heffernan. I hope the man isn't doing this, man.
They said
I
they
hope,
were
I hope
all
he's not
set.
just starting fires.
All the fires were
So-
just set on fire. Though. It makes sense.
A crazy conspiracy is where all the fires are, is where they're building that bullet train. It's the track for the
It's
bullet
just burning
train.
the
Stop. Are you serious?
Yeah. All the fires. It's just like, it's basically building a perfect trail.
What's the bullet train? What is that?
So that's going to be the train that gets you from LA to San Fran in an hour.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And all the fires have like, not to say like strategically been like, fires been there, but all the fires like kind of line up to like a perfect.
When it looks like the man, he's behind it.
For sure.
Well, shout out all the first responders. I can't comment on that. That's a little deep. That kind of hurt me, right? I was like, really?
A lot of the firefighters, they're like private contracted, like they're contracted firefighters. It's
Wait
wild,
a minute.
bro.
Wait a minute.
It's crazy.
Is this bigger than Nino Brown?
It's bigger than Nino Brown, nigga. Straight
It's
up.
wild.
Okay. Also, let's see. This week I did Soul Pop sessions last night.
Yeah. How was that?
Man, amazing. I seen probably, this is probably one of the most eclectic group of artists I saw because they're all from different countries. Like one of the people, I want to say Bolivia, but I could be wrong. And then another one's from Nigeria, and then another artist was from the UK, I believe.
Okay.
And literally everybody brought it. It was like crazy packed, sold out, basically packed out. And man, of course I was playing the slaps.
Yeah.
Had it like a function in there.
I seen your long ass story last night. I know when Big C's story turns into 1,000 little dots. Like this nigga's at something popping right now.
It was too lit. I couldn't let my phone down.
Yeah.
And you know, man, but nah, it was good. Had to deal with LA traffic, of course. That's always fun.
Weekend.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
It's something we ain't talked about on the radio, but we've all been affected.
What, the 60?
That fucking 60
Oh,
freeway.
Yeah, man.
I have a personal beef with these niggas, okay? You can't shut down the only way we get out of this motherfucker. Basically.
They have to on the weekend.
If you're from Moreno Valley, the 60 West is the way you get out of Moreno Valley. You get into LA, wherever else you're going. They shut it off halfway through and make you have to go all around to different cities and explore.
Yeah.
And I don't even see what they building. Like, it don't look like nothing else is coming out about this. I don't know what they...
It's always like that, though, until... Like you see, like, oh, okay,
10 years
this
from
is
now.
better. Remember how you used to have to get on a 91 from the 60?
Yeah.
And it was like that tight. Like,
oh yeah, I remember.
Until they built that big like bridge, like
Yeah.
that
Like
shit was
20
hella
years. It took like
inconvenient.
20 years for that big ass bridge.
And now it's cool though. Getting on the 91 is never packed.
Yeah, it's not
Never.
that bad.
Yeah. So you just gotta wait. But
I
they
hate
have
you.
to think about
See,
it
this
is
is all a decoy. Why is he designing the freeway for everybody?
I'm working with the man behind the
You working
scenes.
with that. Look, Big C, it's a good thing. We just need to vote. And we just
But they have to do it. We're people that go out on the weekend, so it affects us personally. People that go out on a weekday, same shit for them.
I was thinking about that. Like, what if they started the construction on a Monday? Like,
It would be hell.
midday.
Yeah.
It would be hell. It would take people 6 hours to get to work from LA. If
That
there was
would
no
be
60,
dark.
everybody was just shoved on the 215 to the 10, that would be fucking
That would
crazy.
be insane.
Sorry, this is all California talk for all the people outside of this is what we deal with.
It's
Okay,
stupid.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But
I
I
know-
think it's like the carpool lanes or something they're doing, like on the 60.
There's all to make a bigger carpool lane.
The lines look different. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the lines. Like
Yeah.
it's like you
by
can go
Pomona,
in and out.
Yeah. By
You don't-
Pomona, the lines look completely different than they did. Like, I don't know what that means, what's going on, but I'm
Some
assuming
laws
that,
about to change.
yeah, I'm assuming that it's going to be more beneficial for us in a few months.
Well, let's just stay positive about that.
I feel you.
But fuck that construction. In the end,
Yes.
John Witherspoon passed away this week.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Pops. Man. That was crazy.
Cause you know what blew me up about that? I was watching the Laker game. And 80 was going dumb. We're going to talk about that later in sports. But 80 was going stupid. And I was tweeting. And then all of a sudden, someone said, "Oh, my God, no, not Pops," on Twitter. And I was like, oh, my God, why they kill this nigga every week? Every week they were saying he was dying or something like that.
Yeah.
And then when I saw Regina King.
Yeah.
Regina King tweeted. And I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, man, that's deep. But, I mean... Did you watch the last Joe Rogan interview with him?
With Pops?
Yeah.
No.
It's one that came out right before he passed away.
No.
And I know it sounds dark, but it was like you can kind of even feel it in the interview. It was just too perfect of an interview. Like, it was like, if I don't ever hear another interview by John Witherspoon, it was like, I can always go back and listen to this one. Like,
Yeah.
dang, because he was just classic Pop. Talked about everything.
Yeah.
Talked about drinking wine every night. Didn't care. Turned up. Talk about all the money, the history of the movies, all that, man.
Like, Pops was an Aquarius nigga, though, so.
He was?
You know he like to turn up, baby.
Definitely, man. And
He was like like a real fatherly figure in all of our lives. Every single
My
character he
dad-
played was a
role.
dad.
My dad liked Pops.
Yeah.
Our dads like everyone
Mhm.
could remember a role or something specific. Like even I was thinking about Boomerang and all those scenes and stuff like growing up as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And even he was in
yeah.
5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
He was the radio host.
I don't think I remember him until I seen House Party when I was younger. That's like my first memory.
Damn. Man, so R.I.P. Pops, man.
R.I.P. Pops, we love you, bro.
Yeah, man. And definitely what I was gonna say too is bring up this week is T-Pain.
What this tour?
Not only is this tour, but niggas need to put some respect on my nigga T-Pain's name, man.
Of course.
I feel like he don't get enough love. I feel like we're not giving these artists their roses while they're alive, man.
Yeah, he doesn't get enough love.
This nigga has made 10 years of our lives. No cap.
Yes.
10 years, all slaps, different genres.
Yes.
Everyone worked with him.
Yes.
Sold out. He did it all, and he can't even sell out a tour. He can't even go on the road.
He said it was just like it was bad management, planning, and stuff like that. It happens. It's not that he can't do it. I think it was just a bad situation that he got himself into.
It's crazy because how we were talking about South by earlier.
Yeah.
We seen T-Pain perform 42 songs at the Fader for it.
All slaps?
All slaps, bro. It's crazy.
All slaps.
I didn't realize how big like his discography was until like he
It's
performed
crazy.
a 42 song set.
Yeah, as far as like songs from a person that I would want to hear, he's probably like in my top 5. You know, like as far as like songs that I know that I could just name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably in my top 5.
T-Pain needs more respect, man. People got to give him that. You got to give him his roses while he's here, man. Support T-Pain.
He's pretty young too. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. He's only a year older than me.
No, he's not.
But he's in the game early, you know, like 20, 21.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So he was like right out of high school.
Yeah, just making slaps.
That was crazy.
34?
You 33, 32, 33?
I thought T-Pain was like 40.
Nah.
I thought he was like Snoop's age.
He has a crazy TV show too that comes on Fuse.
Yeah.
What does he do on his TV show?
It's called
Business something, right?
Yeah, like T-Pain's like business school.
School of Business.
School of Business.
Hey, man.
It's hard, bro.
You never seen it?
Wait a minute.
You never seen it?
So you're telling me T-Pain is teaching a school of business?
Nah, he's like
he's just going to businesses that are like thriving or popping and
he's
seeing,
putting you on.
Yeah.
Like showing you their formula.
Yeah.
I might say that's like MC Hammer giving like a school of business. Like, Hammer School of Business.
But you know what? If you've ever been in that situation where you had hella money and you blew it all.
Low key, you probably know everything.
You know it all, bro.
I might take advice if you lost it all and gained a little bit back.
That man said he blew 40 mil. I can't fathom.
It's nothing
that.
you didn't
like,
see.
Once I get to 10, I'm gonna be like, hold on, man.
Like, whoa, wait, 10 million gone?
I need to chill out. I got 10 left. You know what I'm saying? Going from 40 to 10 is like,
no, you blow through 30 quick.
Yeah,
and you only have 10.
You gotta chill out.
You realize how fast you can spend that 10.
What are you
low
spending
key.
with $30 million?
It's crazy. You're doing crazy shit. You're buying Bugattis. You're doing weird shit.
You know what's funny? I seen T-Pain in Atlanta pull out of it was a strip club. It's called Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Bugatti, and he came out with 3 girls, and they all hopped in the Bugatti. Bugatti's only like a 2-seater. I don't know how he fit 3 girls and him in the Bugatti, and they all walked in, and they drove off fast.
Wow.
Like quicks, burned out. Everybody's like, look at T-Pain. It's crazy.
He lived a lot of life already.
And he performed at Clark's Homecoming like 5-6 years ago. Did 3 hours, no breaks. They said,
damn,
3-hour set, no breaks. Like just boom, 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 boom.
He's
boom,
a real
boom,
ass
boom.
performer.
Mm-hmm.
Like left.
dancing,
They
singing.
thought he was over and came back and did like another hour and a half set.
So in your like not adolescence, in your grown up life,
Mm-hmm.
is T-Pain in your top 10?
Yes,
I respect.
I
that.
have to. It's too many slaps, and he's worked with everybody.
Yeah,
What hasn't
Yeah.
T-Pain done?
I feel you.
He won the Masked Singer show.
He did.
Really?
And that show was
Yes.
crazy.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, you would have never thought it was him because he was singing, no auto-tune, no nothing. So, I don't know. T-Pain, only reason too is just like, I just don't understand. I don't know why he's not popping right now. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, dummy popping, he should be like, I think he should be bigger out in this
I don't think
world.
he wants to be or cares to be.
Yeah. I think that could be a large part.
Yeah, like,
And this fan base is a weird age too.
True.
Yeah.
But he has the ability to keep up with the streams. He could drop new shit. He was dropping so much new music before like streaming was even really cracking like that.
Yeah, he was.
He was the ringtone king.
Yeah.
Besides Soulja Boy.
I feel you. I just don't think he cares as much anymore, you know? He's still a talented musician, artist, but I just don't think he's trying to be in the rat race like that.
Well, speaking of someone that's getting back in the race, Eddie Murphy's back on Netflix.
Doing what?
Yeah, he just dropped. He got the deal. He signed one of the biggest contracts other than Chappelle, I believe, with Netflix. So he has a stand-up special coming out. But he just dropped a Dolomite movie. My Name is Dolomite, and it's about Rudy Ray Moore's whole come up from like a stand-up comedian to him coming up with the character of Dolomite and making his own movie and financing it. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. When I was watching, I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it off the purely fact it's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, it's Eddie. Fuck it. I watched Dr. Doolittle. Like, well, it can't be any crazy. Like, all right, let's see. You know?
Did you watch Norbit?
Yes, I watched that weak ass movie too. Hey, Eddie ain't gave me nothing in like 6 years.
10.
Yeah,
I would go clean.
I don't know if he came out with nothing within the last 6 years. Like,
Daddy Daycare.
I'm super cool off of that one.
He was getting the check though. I filmed Haunted Mansion, you know. He was getting the money.
I haven't seen it.
But anyway, he dropped. I
haven't seen none of those.
Nah, but when I watched the movie, I went into it, didn't really care. I was just like, you know, let's just see. It was amazingly great. Amazingly great. Like, it shocked me how good it was.
I've never heard that.
Yes, that's
amazingly.
Amazingly great. We're going to coin that right now.
That's a first timer.
Yeah, it was really good. The storyline was good. The way it was shot was good. Like, I was shocked it wasn't in the movie theater. Or it probably is now, but it could have been in the movie
It's just
theater.
going to be on Netflix.
Okay.
So
was it worth it being in the movie theater? Basically?
Yeah, I would drop 15 for it to watch. I laughed. I was generally laughing at a lot of parts. And if you watch Dolomite, like my dad made me watch that as a kid.
Yeah.
I love all those black exploitation films.
Horrible movie to watch with your son, but I remember my dad made me watch it and I hated it. I was like, I don't want to watch this pimp do karate. Like, I don't get it.
Him and all his Johns, Kung Fu Army.
You motherfucker. That's all he said. Like, he would just cuss and do karate and have sex with women. It was great.
That's wild.
But it was all a character. You can watch the movie and shout out Eddie Murphy and Come in America 2 is coming out.
Okay, I did see something for that.
So
is that?
I think it's Netflix too.
Do you think that is? Here's a question I have for you. Do you think that is just a big jug, or it's actually going to be a well-written sequel to Coming to America 1?
It's tricky. Because I seen Wesley Snipes is in it.
I did too.
I don't trust this new Wesley Snipes. I haven't trusted him since after Tu Wong Fu.
What is Tu Wong Fu?
You never seen Tu Wong Fu?
Oh, where he's like
with the drag queen?
Yeah. A long time ago I seen it.
Yeah.
Ain't they like a boat or some shit like that?
A boat?
I'm thinking of something else.
No, you're thinking of a boat trip.
That's the one with
Cuban
Cuba.
Cuba. Oh, damn. Cuba going through it, too. Ooh, shout out the juice. Shout out the juice. Man, iPhones. Anyway, they got him. Yeah, anyway. What were we talking about? That threw me off when we said Cuba good and
we were talking about Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
No, Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah, Wesley Snipes. Yeah. But yeah, Coming to America 2, I think, is going to be good. I don't think they'll let all this hype build up and then just flop.
I don't like how long it took you to answer that question. I asked that question like 2 minutes ago, and you're just not answering it.
Because I had to think of the most politically correct thing to say. Because I do love that. I do love that.
So
movie.
We know you're gonna drop your 15. That's already certain. You're gonna go see it.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think it's coming out in the movies. I think it's gonna be straight.
It's
to Netflix.
going to be tricky though because like if you think about, by the time it comes out, it's going to be like 30 years since that movie's came out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about a sequel after like 30 years.
Yeah. I don't like 30 years sequel.
Like,
I don't.
You think about everything that's funny and Coming to America is because of that time period, you know?
Yeah.
So to like push that to like fucking 2021, like.
Yep.
I just know they got Rick Ross's house.
Okay, I like that.
They're using Ross's house to film it. So anytime Ross's house was in the movie, I saw his house with Superfly and it was tight.
That's lit.
Yeah.
And they doing it at Tyler Perry Studios and doing Bad Boys 3 at Tyler Perry Studios.
Let's go.
So shout out niggas getting the check.
That check,
all
man.
black money. We in here. Let's
Get
go.
money, Big Ty.
I was going to talk about Jordans, but I don't want to bring up Jordans.
Jordans what?
Because All right, look, I'll bring it up because Complex Con
Because you're
is
a hype
out.
beast. Go ahead.
Look,
I know you want to. I was gonna talk about it, but I ain't gonna do it.
all right,
Go
look.
ahead.
The breads are coming out. The bread 11s are coming out in December.
Mm-hmm.
Then the DMP 6s are coming out next year in February, I believe.
Okay.
I think those are my last 2 Jordans I ever want to buy. And I think I don't have any other need for another pair of Jordans after that.
Cap.
I don't believe that statement. I have to finish eating before I say
I was
that.
thinking about it, man, because it's like, it's so many more comfortable shoes other than Jordans.
Big duh.
So many more comfortable
I've been
shoes.
telling you this.
Like, after I've been wearing these Ultra Boosts,
Come on, man.
like,
duh.
oh my God.
It's not about that though. It's you. You are just. If you're a high beast and you are enamored with something, you're just gonna get it. You don't care about any of the other shit, and you like all that shit. You love it.
I just want the breads and I want the DMPs.
When you really
And the True Blue 3s.
when you really start
When did
touching
the True Blue
that.
3s come out?
Did they come out next year too?
I honestly don't know.
Oh.
I was just asking because then that's gonna, depending on what comes out between the DMPs and the True Blues, you might take the statement back.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all cat, bro. When you really start touching bread, like when you getting like 20K to DJ, I know I'm gonna walk into your house and it's gonna be like 20 pairs of new Jordans. I'll just be like, I remember this nigga talking about this shit a year and a half ago. Fucking, I'm not buying no more Jordans after these. So this nigga got fucking 50 new pair.
I have to be done with these Jordans, man.
No, you're never gonna be done.
I have to move on to Adidas. They've been good to me.
This nigga's I've
been wearing a lot of Adidas lately. They're just so comfortable.
Hey, what did they give you?
It's comfortable Nikes too. Pumas.
I would love to see some.
What did they
It's
give
a lot
you?
of comfortable
They
shoes.
didn't give me nothing.
Why you keep shouting out Adidas every episode? Is it NDA?
Let's just say Adidas is very comfortable, and I'm probably gonna only buy a couple more pair of Jordans.
Okay,
I'm done.
Like that. Couple more.
Like 2, 3,
Feel you.
5.
I feel you. 50.
All right, man. Well, what else I was gonna talk about? Complex Con. Anything in Complex Con? Y'all saw any drops?
No.
Y'all looking forward to?
No, you know me, man. I don't really. I'm not.
Y'all didn't even go this year, huh?
Nah.
It was yesterday and today.
Yeah.
The Takashi Murakami Laker jersey.
Oh, I was about to
hard.
say Takashi was there?
No.
I was about to say, oh shit, I have
no
to
way.
see this.
I'll never call that man Takashi. But
Yeah, I feel you. His name is 6ix9ine.
His name's Rat. Splinter.
Takashi Murakami dropped a Laker jersey. That was fire.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that.
I know that I wanted to see the BBC Reebok collabs when they had the Iversons. They had the Iverson Reebok.
Some of those was cool, but
I saw the ones that was like the not the answer. I forgot the name.
no, yeah,
They're
the
like
Question?
pink. Yes.
you know,
They're like
it was
pink,
the
green.
threes.
They're hard as hell.
they did it the board flip colorways, and
Okay.
then they did like 2 new Reeboks.
Mm.
You know that the space print that they got inside the BBC store,
Yeah.
they did a shoe that way.
Okay.
Then they did like a camo. They was cool, but like some of them was just like,
They was just trying to force it.
yeah, hell yeah. Like if you're gonna do the collab with Reebok, just come out with the shoe again. Don't.
Yeah.
So was
Make
last year
Reebok
more of a
silhouettes.
demand to go to Complex Con than this year, you think?
I think nothing's gonna be crazier than that first year. Like I remember
Yeah,
like
probably.
seeing that fucking, that's when like Anti-Social Club was going crazy. Like
Mhm.
that was the craziest line I've ever seen for anything in my life. It was just people just waiting.
Waiting for
something.
Troll Fest.
A troll fest?
Troll Fest to open
It's
the doors.
crazy.
That's what it is, though. It's just like a big troll fest. It's tight being there, though. You know, you get
And
to see a
I-
lot of people, get to see a lot of shit.
And now they're even moving more towards like making it like a concert. Like people are going for the music.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who went yesterday was to see Little Kim and Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
Little Kim?
Yeah, she had like a whole panel on like how she changed like women's fashion and hip hop. So like it was cool. They do like the little panels. They did like a live hot one.
So Little Kim changed fashion for women?
For women, like as far as just how they looked in that time period.
Possibly.
Like it was like Queen Latifah, MC Light, then like Lil Kim.
Got you.
Like
Yeah.
she switched
But
the
I almost
whole
want to
like
give more credit to like Miss Hilton, the Diddy's BM. What you call it? What's her name?
Well, Miss Hilton.
Yeah, her name is Hilton. Something Hilton.
Kim Porter?
No, the other.
I'm not even.
Whatchamacallit's mom? Not Justin, the light skinned kid's mom.
The one I'll be Shores.
Yeah, no, not I'll be sure. The other one, the one that literally she used to style all the Bad Boy videos and do all that.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm not even sure.
We're gonna come back and get to that.
But-
I know what I'm talking about with that.
but
yeah.
wait,
she styled Little Kim basically. Though.
Oh,
She
okay.
gave her basically all like.
So
the
she's the
swag.
creative genius behind the provocative swag.
Yeah, basically. And then Biggie, but no one wants to give Biggie credit.
Biggie definitely put on.
All right, man. Moving right along. Sports talk with Marshall.
Yeah, man. Assistant Coach Momo, let's get it. Let's run these sprints.
Hey, let's run these sprints. That's all you got.
Baselines.
Yeah, let's run and y'all throw up. Let's go. Starting with the NBA.
It's cracking, man. Lakers.
Uh-huh.
Only one loss, baby. Got it cracking right now.
I don't want to hear shit from no Clipper fans. They were
I
talking
don't
all
wanna
that
hear nothing
shit
from nobody.
about that loss. We came back. We ain't lost since.
Are we talking about the King?
Talking about the motherfucker.
Talking about AD and the Lakers.
See, all right. And see, now we already having
No,
division.
I'm not going to
See,
start that divide, man. It's all
Don't
Laker
you
game,
dare.
man. I just like trolling LeBron fans.
He does. Marshall loves trolling the King.
But I must say, Anthony Davis, the other night, had the quickest 40-20 game in Laker history or NBA history?
Probably NBA history, bro. I would have loved to see him play the fourth quarter.
Nah, because Kobe dropped 80. I know Kobe got
It was
the
just
40.
40-20, though.
40-20.
Like, as far as
Oh,
just
yeah.
like,
He probably got that. Yeah.
he went crazy. LeBron had a triple-double right after that.
Yep. Seen that.
Hey, man, LeBron,
We getting the ball rolling, man.
Frank
Finally
Vogel.
benched KCP. Got the ball rolling.
The internet is so cruel, bro.
Hey, yo, fuck KCP,
Bro,
bro.
those arrest KCP memes are comedy.
That's just sad, bro.
It's fucked up, but it's like, hey.
I didn't want this for you, KCP. You are stinking it up. But niggas is trolling you too hard right now on Twitter. That's
But-
just sad.
We balling, man. Caruso banged
Yeah.
on somebody the other day. It's looking good, man. If you're a Lakers
It's
fan,
looking good.
it's looking good for us right now.
Yep.
Kuzma's back.
Is he?
Yep, he played on Friday. He didn't play too long, but
Oh, I didn't watch him. I didn't watch the game, really. I watched the highlights of LeBron going dumb. That's all I saw.
yeah, man, we went crazy. But
I
like,
watched the full game of the Anthony Davis game, though,
That's-
where he got that 40-20 game.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
but
Damn.
aside from the Lakers, though, man, what I've seen in that game, Luka is crazy.
He is.
Luka Doncic is.
He is.
He got next, man. He's not even 21 yet.
He's not?
Nah,
Oh,
That
yeah.
nigga look grown. He look like he got 9 kids already.
He's European.
yeah,
European. Oh,
Europeans.
he been smoking cigs since like 12.
He might
Drinking
have.
beer.
On the
Probably.
low. He might
Chopping
have.
wood.
But he's been, I mean, if you've been killing grown men since you was 15 years old, like, you got a different type of killer instinct in you.
Shout out
Yeah.
Mello. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
I mean, that boy, man.
Yeah,
He gonna be
man.
next after that.
I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited
Hey,
to see
man.
what Melo do.
Something else I wanted to bring up in basketball
What?
is the Karl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid fight,
That was crazy,
aka the Ben Simmons chokeout.
Yep.
bro. You see him tap out?
Yeah, man.
That was funny.
What was
man.
that all? Is that really just from the internet and trolling? Do you know anything about where that could have even stemmed from?
They probably really got beef.
They it was a dumb double team. Like Cat was on the fadeaway and Embiid like came
Yeah.
extra out late and he like pushed him, I guess. And then from that point on, just once the camera goes up, it just comes back down to them like wrestling.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
They might really have beef, Big C. Like
They might.
I like when niggas got beef. You know, I don't like niggas
We
being
need that.
friendly, just
The league
all the
needs
time
that.
friendly. Yeah, man. Like niggas, some niggas just don't like each
Y'all
other.
only playing twice a year. Why not fucking beef for the next 6 years and just
Yep.
really
just
just go at it?
Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yeah.
If you had to put your money on Karl Anthony Towns versus Joel Embiid, Celebrity Deathmatch, who you think gonna
I'm
win?
taking Embiid just strictly because they're going to troll the fact that he's African. And they're going to do something crazy.
I got Karl Anthony Towns, man. I just feel like he just been through too much. He got that light skin anger. Like that real light skin, like he can get roasted his whole life. And like he just sick of niggas.
This is possibly. Possibly. So is there any? It's just 1-on-1. No one can jump in.
1-on-1. No one can jump in.
I feel like Jimmy Butler's just going to run in with a chair and smack both of them. Like,
I'll pick Embiid. He's just a little bigger and stronger.
he's too big, bro.
Yeah, two big giants. Like I'll just pick the bigger and stronger one.
I feel you.
'Cause I don't know
feel
who
you.
really got hands.
And the Warriors suck this year.
Man,
It's over.
Good, bro.
It's over.
I'm wishing Steph a speedy recovery, man.
I do
Just
too.
Breaking your hand
You're
is
right.
crazy.
I do.
That the best shooter in the world.
That's
breaks
so
his hand?
unfortunate. It's his left hand, luckily, so that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
not to say that's cool, but it's better than breaking his shooting hand for sure.
Yep. It was destiny though. Nothing like that ever lasts that long, man. Once they got KD, they were playing with fire.
Yeah.
They were just playing with it, bro. You already beat the king without him. Now you got him. They started playing with fire.
Fucked up. It's tricky for the Warriors right now. And I specifically feel bad for Clay because Charles Barkley looked them dead in the eyes and said, "Y'all not making the playoffs."
Damn.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
And now everybody's hurt. So they only won. They're like 1-5.
Yeah.
It's still early.
They won a game?
Yeah, I don't know who they beat.
Who they beat?
Yeah, they beat somebody.
They beat somebody.
They beat
Couldn't
somebody.
tell you though.
Would you have ever thought Will said that, like the Warriors in a sentence? Like,
I knew it. I knew it was
It was gonna come someday.
I knew it was
I'm just
coming.
waiting for it to happen to Patriot fans.
I feel you. They might not never have it though.
might
The
not.
way Belichick knows how to move quarterbacks into his system, like
They're going
it
crazy.
might not
bro.
ever.
Man, and yeah. What, are they undefeated
Yeah,
still?
they're still undefeated.
Yep.
And then
And the Niners are still undefeated.
Niners just won. They barely won. That was a good game.
That
against the
was a
Cardinals.
good game. Shout out Jimmy G.
Shout out to Kenny and Drake. You got me a lot of points on fantasy. I'm here for the upsets now, baby. I for sure ain't gonna win.
What about my boy Teddy Bridgewater? Went 5-0 without Drew Brees.
Man, he's gonna get a lot of money.
They said he's gonna get 20 to 30 million this summer.
He deserves it, man.
Guaranteed. Just for being cool, playing your role, healing up, wearing 11s, and being cool.
He for sure be busting 11s.
Every game.
That's how you cash in on your value, even if you're undervalued going into the league.
Yeah.
When you get your time, just make sure when them lights is bright, you perform. And he did that, so he gonna get paid.
Exactly.
Shout out to my nigga.
Shout out that, man. Anything else
The
in football?
Patriots play the Ravens tonight, so that's gonna be a tricky game.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens is nice, man.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson,
I definitely want to see this game.
one of the
Lamar
best.
Jackson versus Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. The Ravens only got
I
2 L's.
call Lamar Jackson beating the Patriots. I call it.
Yeah,
I feel
kinda-
good about it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I
They're
do
due
too.
for it. They due for a loss. There's no way they're going to undefeated
Why not? Why is there no way?
because they're not doing it.
That's just a Big C prediction?
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Because they're not. That's
You
it.
need a
Because
loss
it's
though.
not-
I feel like if you want to make a real Super Bowl run, like you need at least like 1 or 2 losses.
Last time they went
feel you.
undefeated, they lost to the fuck ass Giants.
That was when they had Super Freak on there too. I was mad, man. My nigga
Yeah.
Randy Moss, man. He
Oh
was
yeah,
supposed
shout
to
out
win
Randy
that one.
Moss. You know, got your boy on right now.
Ah, look at you.
You know what it is.
Oh, soccer.
Soccer's crazy.
I probably watched the most cracking game I may have ever seen the other day.
What game was it?
Arsenal versus Liverpool.
That game was crazy.
That was the craziest game I ever seen. It was
What happened?
2-0 when I got there. And I got there right when the second half started. I went to Dre's house. And then the game ended up 5-5. So there's 10 goals scored.
What the fuck?
But the team that was up 2-0, I think they scored another one. And then Liverpool scored 3 straight. And then they just kept going back and forth. And then they had to settle in the shootouts.
That's crazy. Who ended up winning?
I actually don't even remember, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with
And,
you.
Liverpool, they had another crazy game yesterday. Sadio Mane scored another late ass goal, bro. He's crazy.
He
He's
is.
been going crazy.
Yeah. Where's he from? Senegal? Or?
Yeah, Senegal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shout out to
How's
Motherland.
PSG doing?
They look kind of smoky.
they lost yesterday to the worst team in their league.
Yeah. Was it Dijon?
Dijon, yeah.
Yeah. I watched
The
a little bit
mustard?
of that game. Yeah, like the mustard, my nigga. Just like
It's going crazy though,
I
man.
got so many niggas that probably, God damn it, Big
PSG
C.
and Real Madrid looking pretty smoky right now.
Yeah, and PSG on paper still has one of the best teams, like player for player with anybody.
How's the American boy doing?
He balled again, man.
Yeah.
Shout out
He
Pulisic.
balled yesterday.
That boy, man. In the last 3 games he started, he has 5 goals.
God
He's
damn.
been going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Is he sponsored by Jordan yet?
Nah,
Not
he's
yet.
I think he got the Nike sponsor.
Yeah.
Nah, Puma gonna get him. Hove gonna get him
I'm-
on the low.
Like on the low, Big C, he might end up the best American player ever. Just based off of how he started.
Damn.
I
Yeah.
ain't seen a nigga at 2021 balling in the Premier League.
Even
ever.
when he was on Dortmund, he balled out,
Yeah.
made his way to the top, and then like to go from Germany to fucking Chelsea, it's like one of the best teams in like just Premier League history. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he's
Chelsea's
balling. It's in London.
London.
England.
I want to go to a Chelsea game.
Yeah, I want to go to all those games.
Yeah, I for sure got.
What's like the most
crack?
cracking game you think to go to in like Europe? Like the one
In
like,
Europe,
yeah, like if you're like what country? What
Barcelona, Real Madrid,
Yeah,
probably.
it's the Classico for sure.
Yeah.
Because that was even like they came to Miami and did that, and it was still sold out. Like it was a
Yeah.
crazy game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
So you gotta go to
That's what you want to go
Classico.
to?
Yeah, I want to.
I want to go to. This is what I want to.
Yeah.
I want to go to like Monaco versus PSG or something like that. Because I already want to go to Monaco.
Where's Monaco at?
Monte Carlo.
Oh, okay.
So
You
it's
said
in,
that's so cool.
It's in,
yeah, Monaco.
you gotta put it all together.
Yeah, well, I like Monaco.
Yeah. That's where they have, that casino that James Bond be gambling at?
Yeah.
That's where that's at.
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm gonna wear a tuxedo.
You have to wear a tuxedo or you can't come in.
That's so.
Yeah.
The Milan derby might be crazy too.
Which one's that?
AC Milan versus Inter Milan.
Okay.
That game might go up.
In Italy.
Yeah.
Yep. Fire food.
Italy's somewhere I just gotta go. Italy, we talk about Japan a lot, but I think after Japan, Italy's the next. You've already been to Italy.
Yeah, I've been to Italy.
But have you been as an adult?
No.
I think it's a whole nother experience.
Probably is.
Man.
Probably is.
Shout out Italy, man. What's up? I'm trying to do a show out there. What's good? What's good?
Let's go.
Let's good.
Let's go. 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Nationals
I was
won.
gonna say that. The Nationals won the fucking World Series.
Who called it? Was that Killer?
Fucking Coach K called it. Called it again, that non-betting little head nigga.
Yeah.
Called it. He got it.
Yeah, man.
Little ass hat.
They did it. Shout out to them, man. And it's a good year for teams that haven't won championships.
Yes, it is. You're right about that.
I feel bad for that nigga that put that $3 million on the Astros.
He's
Lost
an
it in
idiot.
Game 7.
If you got $3 million on the Astros, you got a lot of money, so I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Fuck you betting on on that series for $3 million.
On a Game 7. That's so risky.
Come on,
like,
man.
That's literally a 50-50 chance
Yep.
of who's gonna win. Like,
You might as well get who gets the first run. Like you might as well bet on that because they have those bets too.
You ain't trying to put $3 million on who gets the first run.
I'd rather do that than a fucking Game 7.
Just wait the whole time.
Just be stressed out.
7 games of stress.
No, I don't got time for that.
Especially with tricky ass baseball, one fucking pitch, it can go 5 different ways.
Niggas can be up 4-0 and then team takes momentum and then they can still lose.
yeah.
Is Bryce Harper on suicide watch right now?
Yes.
He's man.
That's
Being
what,
greedy.
That's what you call molded right there.
That's for sure, Mo.
What is he doing? Price is Right. Boom, boom, boom,
Whatever that trumpet is, he
that
needs that.
shit's trash. He
That's-
fucking left the team and they won the ship the next year.
Has this ever happened in professional sports ever history?
Never. I can think of.
That's fucked up.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
especially it was like a big deal him leaving too. Like it was on some like LeBron, where is he gonna make the decision type shit. Like
Yeah,
he
it would be
made
like
it
if
a
he
big
left
deal.
Cleveland and like when he went to the Heat, like the Cavs just
yeah. And you can even
First
look at the
year.
old episodes. We talked about Bryce Harper getting like the biggest contract in baseball and all this shit. And yeah, now he has
Hey,
all the
when you
money with
sign
no ring.
a 10-year contract, you deserve it.
Yeah. I feel
So
you.
let's just hope the Phillies can get a ring. Cause
I wonder. You guys think he was betting against the Nationals?
the
Hell
whole fucking
yeah.
time he had money on the fucking Astros.
If you sign me the $200 million contract, I'm for sure dropping like 100 that the Astros is going to win.
100K
These
Astros
niggas
winning.
can't do it.
Like,
They can't
I
do it.
can't.
They'll
Please,
never let it do it.
please don't do it.
I know he fucking got a bat. He fucking broke a wall down.
Oh
He
yeah.
tore a whole wall down in his house.
Because he's
Just one
considered
bat.
the best player in
the
MLB.
best hitter in the
Yeah.
league.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
They really ran it up. But I knew the Nationals was going to win when I seen one of their pitchers had a do-rag on under his hat.
Oh, my black nigga?
Yeah, I was
he
like,
has a hat to the side a little
Yup.
bit? Yeah, I know you're talking
I was
about.
like, okay.
Oh,
You got
man.
players like that, you going to do it.
It's true.
Do we got anything else in sports, man? Or did that...
That's it, man. That's all I could think of right now.
All right, man. We're going to
Oh,
move
the
on.
Canelo fight.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even watch that fight.
I didn't
Knocked
either.
him out.
I was busy.
I think
You
it was a
watched it?
knockout. Nah.
So
think it was
none of
a
us, all three of us, didn't watch the fight.
Well,
We all were working,
Then,
okay?
we know who won, but
We know who won.
And
Shout
Nate
out
Diaz
Canelo.
lost. Diaz lost yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Very,
that. Niggas was mad.
It's a very controversial loss.
it is. It's because he got cut, right?
Yeah, the
Look to
top of
that.
his eye was cut.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah, so they ended the fight. It's a
Yeah.
little tricky if you ask me. Like,
Okay. Well, moving right along to my other favorite part of the show.
I hate how you say that every time.
Put my theme music on for him.
the other favorite part.
The other favorite part.
Is this the real version?
Yeah.
It sounds a little more like.
Got a little more bounce to it.
Yeah, it's like a little more.
This is Best and Worst with Treem Hefner.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Little nervous.
Okay, so me and CJ were talking about this the other day. I was cracking up, bro. So, but I want you guys to think kind of hard on this one, okay?
I love the
I'm
intros
nervous,
to all of
bro.
it. We
As
always
soon as you
get
said
nervous.
me and CJ was talking about that, I said,
Yeah,
okay.
you and CJ talking about something, I'm already like, fuck, all right,
So,
what?
you could never be on the show while we had this one because we would have the same opinion about it. So, best and worst retail store that is a chain.
This is good.
Best?
This is good.
All biases aside, I'm gonna go with Marshalls.
Okay, I like that.
You can get some steals there.
I've gotten a lot of steals from Marshalls.
They got a lot of like skincare products for the low.
They do.
It's a good place.
Yes.
My worst would probably be Burlington Coat Factory.
Why? Because it's like a little too junky?
Yeah,
Cluttered?
it's a little messy. Too much South Pole.
Okay.
To a South Pole.
And yeah, just like the options. Like I follow pages of people who like find steals at like retail stores.
Yeah.
And like Burlington's just one of those places like you aren't going to find nothing.
Okay.
Cologne probably get you some nice cologne there, but
yeah, possibly. You got to dig through some shit.
I'm not.
Though.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. My worst is a strong tie between like they don't even have that store anymore either. I was like,
you could use it. That's probably why it's not here no more.
I was gonna say like I hate it. Like, I think the best my best store is Nordstrom's Rack.
Okay.
I like that.
I just like it because literally it can save you so much time. You can actually get like some good quality stuff for like a discounted price.
Yes.
It's good quality. It's not like crap. It's not literally, it's like whatever didn't sell at the tightest stores ever. And then you can buy it. So it's cool. But the worst, I'm going to have to say like, freaking like, DD's discounts.
I thought about DD's for sure, but I was like, you know what?
You know why I hate DD's discounts? Because it fucking smells like Windex when you walk in. It's like too clean. Like, why is it this disinfected? Like, what the fuck is in this
You know what's
motherfucker?
crazy? Is I went to DD's like 2 weeks ago, and I walked in, I got an exercise ball, and I walked right out. So it was cool. They had what I needed. I never go
I
in
hate
there.
you went to DD's for an exercise ball. By the way, like of all places to get an exercise ball,
I
would
knew
never
they had
get
one for
DD's.
under 10.
Yes.
I hate DD's too because I've never had good customer service there.
Yeah, the security guards there, like
It's security guards there like it's a club.
Yeah.
Because they just waiting. They're just waiting.
I hate the way the line setup is. At
the
DD's
line is
discount.
stupid.
It's
It's
like
like
the
that at
most
all those
ridiculous-
places though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Ross,
DD's.
I was thinking Ross is my worst because their line is dumb as fuck.
their
You ever
line
had?
is-
I had that mama that used to make me try on shit, and in them stores they don't really have dressing rooms like that.
They don't.
So you just had to fucking be out there in your drawers in the middle of the aisle, your mom blocking you. You trying on different jeans and shit. You there for like 4 hours. Fuck DD's discount. And then Mervin's hated that place too.
I knew that's what you were thinking when you said it's this.
Yeah.
It was between Mervin's and DD, but I was like, they don't have Mervin's anymore. But
DD's
yeah.
is way worse than Mervin's.
DD's is way worse than Mervin.
Mervin's won it, but they try to act bougie.
Mervin's
They
had
kind of like Kohl's. I fucking don't even like Kohl's because they try to act like there's something they're not.
I feel you.
They try to act like there's something that they're still cheap
Yeah.
shit.
That's the perfect explanation for
That is.
what Kohl's does.
Kohl's. All they have is
trying to-
tax Levi's.
Tax Levi's
Everything else is like
and a blender, some bullshit, and some fake ass jewelry,
I hate Kohl's.
and a vacuum.
I'm glad someone brought that up.
Sorry, go ahead, Reed.
I wasn't even gonna think about. I didn't even think about Kohl's.
What's your best and worst, Reed?
I want to know if I can use this one because I really hate this store,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's considered like a retail store or not. Big Lots.
Yes, I hate big lots.
I don't think they
Guys,
sell
I
enough
hate
clothes
big-
to be considered
Fuck, I hate
a
big.
retail.
I hate big lots so much that I haven't been in big lots in like years.
There's no reason.
Hey.
I went in there trying to catch a deal on something, and it was taxed.
I ain't gonna
Everything
lie
is
to you.
unorganized in there. It's like fucking candy in one aisle.
It's
tools in
crazy.
the next aisle.
'Cause
It's
I go
nothing
there
about it is
often to
right.
buy Dr. Till soap. That's the only reason why I go. I go to these places for
Yeah.
very specific
For one thing?
things. Yeah.
I fucking hate Big Lots.
Big Lots sucks.
Remember when it was called Pick and
Pick and
Save?
Save.
Yeah.
That's what it was called. I was like trying to think of what it was
Yeah.
before.
Pick and
Fuck ass
Save.
pick and save.
Mhm.
I hated it then.
What does Big Lots even mean?
No one
Like-
knows.
like,
Big lots and Kmart's the same in my eyes.
all the
I hate
Kmart's are
Kmart.
done. They
Yeah.
just stopped
When's
the Kmart's.
the last time you went into Kmart?
Man, I was for sure out of state on tour.
Last
Maybe
time,
like 6 years ago.
last time I went into Kmart, this is a very funny Rare Big C story. I was selling toys in the parking lot for a job.
Those little cheap toys?
Yes, cause look,
Big C.
this is when I was finding myself. I was like 19. And I was like 20.
19.
No, I was 19. I was like 19. Cause I wasn't even old enough to buy liquor.
Come on, man.
No, look, P game. I tried to get a job. Not even try. I was getting a job. You know, your dad on my bumper. I didn't go to college, fresh out of high school. My dad was like, well, you better get a job or something. Mm-hmm. So I just went online and it said marketing and sales. So I was like, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm a marketer. I'm not a sales. I promote. I went to the interview dressed up, ready, killed it. Mm-hmm. They're like, you're going to be our number one salesperson. You're going to have a team. You're going to build an office. You're going to have your office. And then once you have your office, those people are going to have an office. Then they can be under you. And I was like, okay.
Big ass pyramid scheme.
Then I'm calling Door B's up. Like, hey, Door B's, I got the good jug.
I knew the name was coming. I know. I was like, when's he going to say it? When's he going to flip the switch?
So look, and then P game, then it was deep. So I go to the office and then they give me a bag of toys. But it's like tight shit. It's like, you know, like books and cheap kids trinket toys, whatever.
So you're saying those were tight toys?
No.
So you pulled up to Kmart to compete with them, basically.
Oh, this is where the jug goes. It was a grocery store right next to the Kmart. So we set up right in the middle of the grocery store and the Kmart, so we got both traffics coming out. Mm-hmm. And then we just promoted, and the jug was, we said it was a charity. That's what they made us say. It's a charity, except you had to buy the toy, and then we donated what you buy.
Yeah.
You get the weird jug in that. Yes. Like, you have to buy the toy so we can donate it.
So this is...
But we have all the toys. Like, we could just go drop off the toys and donate it ourselves. But no, you have to buy it so we can donate it.
This is a very pivotal time in you becoming a jug artist.
Yes.
I can tell by the way you explained this story. I'm like,
He learned a lot from this.
I did. It was sick. It was sick, bro.
I don't like anything about this story.
And Kmart's going to come into this in a minute. So look, this is where it all came in. And then we in there, so I'm outside, and I kill it the first day. Mm-hmm. Literally, I sell my whole bag in like an hour. And I go back to the office. They're like, that was your whole day's worth. I was like, I sold it all. So they gave me another bag, and I went to another store, sold it again, came back. Now they moved me up to manager in the first day. Mm-hmm. So now I have my own people in my own car. So now it's me, 2 other girls in the car. So now these girls are older than me. They're like 25, 26. I'm 19.
Damn.
So they're like, hey, you want to go get a drink? I'm like, yeah, cool. So now we're drunk. And then we used to go to the Kmart to get liquor. Because you can get liquor for the Kmart. And then we drank in the Little Caesars restaurant in there. They had a little restaurant. And we all used to make our little drinks. And then drink it and then go sell. And then that was a part of our meeting.
Just drunk
selling.
Approaching people in parking lots.
And I was 19.
Wow.
Blackout
I
threw up one time and then went and sold some more.
Hey, bro.
They had to drive me home. It was dark.
So I have a question. Thank you.
Oh man.
So did you have to wear any type of attire? Were you like dressed up?
Very good question.
Because I need to know. I need to get the visual.
I'm picturing Big C in a white tee. Trying to sell toys.
No, khakis, collared shirt, nice, comfortable dress shoes because you had to stand. Mm-hmm. So like comfortable dress shoes, like business attire. Basically how Imran looks right now.
Okay.
His whole minus the tie.
Okay.
And then I did that.
And then I have another question.
Yes.
So as people were coming out of the store or whatever, like where were you at? Were you like on the sidewalk?
At the table. Oh,
were you
very good question.
Were you like in between the cars in the parking lot, walking between the parking lot?
No.
Where were you at?
That was hardcore. The table was like right in front of the store, and I was a little bit you know how the walkway goes down into the street?
Yeah.
I was right there in the archway. Okay. And as they're coming up, like, hello, ma'am, how you doing? Do you have a minute to like help someone for charity? And they'd be like, no. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll just tell the kid that you can't help him. No problem. Have a good day, ma'am.
This is so sad.
And I would say that all the time. Like, they'd be like, no, I don't want it. I'd be like, well, okay, cool. Well, little Timmy in Fontana is not going to have a Christmas now. So we'll just hope it works out later. Hopefully someone else can help. And they'd be like, okay, well, what do you do? And I'd be like, look, all we want you to do is get this book or something so we can help a family. And then they'll be like, well, $20 helps one kid. You know, a family of 5 usually can help at least 100. But if you want to do the package, it's $200, and then now I can give out to 2 different families for $200. They're like, okay, and then they'll just give you $200 right then and there.
$200?
Yes, and I'm selling books and cake.
I would say, get your black ass out of my face.
2007 was a different time.
The jug was all tight until it rained one day. And then I was out there, and then it was raining, and I sent the whole team home. And I went into the office like, yeah, it rained. I ain't going in. They were like, what do you mean not going in? You have to go back out there. I was like, it's raining. They're like, no, like you got to go out there. And I was like, no. They were like, well, then you're just going to quit then, right? I was like, yeah, cool. I'll quit. So I quit. And then they were like, well, you're never going to be nothing. And just know that you had something here and this is your future and blah, blah, blah. Don't ever call me.
They was really trying to get you.
Yeah, it was like they switched fast. I learned the valuable lesson of the man.
Cold game.
Did you give us your best?
No, I haven't. Big C.
Shit. That was a long tangent.
Big C took us down a rare rabbit hole.
And only got a drink at Kmart.
Damn.
Sorry. What's your best department?
I'm glad you actually said that story though, because I don't know if I ever heard that. That was pretty rare. And also, I got a little bit of time to think about my best.
Okay, cool.
Because I really don't know my best, but I'm gonna go with I would say Marshall's because I've probably gotten the best good draws for the low there.
They got them.
They got them there. You gotta go at the right times. I've gotten Burberry draws there. I've gotten Armani draws there.
Damn.
For the low, for like the $9.99. You gotta go at the right time.
Yep.
But this is a personal one for me. I gotta go with Michael's, bro. And the thing about Michael's is...
I fucking hate you for saying Michael's,
I have to.
Because only you and like the other 30% of the world who are artists is like, yeah, finally. Thank you.
All you have to do...
Paint, canvas.
...is get those coupons and it's a nonstop sale all year.
Yeah. It's like CVS.
I've seen you. I've seen you.
Nonstop all year. All you have to do is be plugged into that.
I've seen you go into Michael's and get like almost a rack worth of shit for like less than, yeah.
Quick.
Like,
have you been to Hobby Lobby?
Yeah.
Yesterday was my first time in there. It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a lot of trinkets.
I've never been in Hobby Lobby
It's
before.
a lot of like little like things for the house and like statues and like...
It's like
paint.
What's that? It's like
that annoying neighbor.
I'm trying to
all the shit that they get. Get it from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
It's like Michael's mixed with I'm trying to think of like
Big Lots.
No, it's like just like
the way I made it sounded like Big Lots.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't really know how to even describe it.
It has a lot of trinkets, bro.
Yeah,
paint stuff, supplies, and trinkets.
Well,
yeah.
If you want to like just decorate your home decor, it's like a home decor with Michael's.
Do you ever like Bed Bath and Beyond?
It's too much.
That store is a lot.
It's
big
too
and
much.
bright.
Too many colors.
And I always want to take a nap certain places because they always look comfortable with everything's cardboard.
Yeah, man. They almost got me the other day for a spray bottle for that, like the 14.
Just a spray bottle?
Yeah, and I was talking to the manager for like 10 minutes.
Wait, you're talking to the manager?
Yeah, because I was
trying to negotiate.
I was trying to like, hey man, like this is what I'm making because for my hair product.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like need a certain type of spray. Like I don't want no smoky dollar spray bottle. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And she was like, low key, like we be ordering our stuff off Amazon, so like you could probably get it for cheaper from Amazon.
Yeah, they order from Amazon and just sell it.
Yep, and I for sure went on
All you
Amazon
need is that
Prime
little
and
sticker.
ordered.
That's the jug.
Yep. So I was on.
Hey, well, good jug to that, man.
Yeah.
And, let's go ahead and wrap that. Look at you, I hate to say okay, but no, we said your best.
Yeah. We just went down your rabbit hole for your little jug. You had to come clean about something.
That was a deep rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Something on his heart.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot, man. Because
Christmas time coming up.
You're gonna see these kids out there selling. Just buy it. Just do it.
I'm not doing that.
Just
shit.
do it.
I got
man.
my own
fuck-ass
nonprofit.
toy.
You know what the other big jug is the kids selling that big ass box of candy, and they be selling like $5 chocolate bars that be weak, and you don't even know the name.
I do support those kids. It's hard to just sit outside with a bunch of candy all day. I've never.
Why
done
can't you
it.
just give me a name brand then?
No,
I'm gonna spend $5 for a non-Snicker.
They got the world's famous. Like,
Taste
world's famous chocolate is.
They be
our version of Kit Kat.
They be having their name brand though, Big C. But it just be triple the price of what you could get inside the store. That's why it doesn't make sense.
You could go buy that same Snickers for 69 cents.
Yeah, or $3. Like I'm cool. I want to support you, little homie, but I'm cool.
You're dark. I want to support you, little homie. I'm cool.
Sorry, bro.
Oh man. But anyway, for all your podcast needs, wait. Let me do this correctly. My bad. It's this wave. I like this song. We got our guest coming up.
Ooh.
Mickey Taylor's in the building, man. Coming straight down here from Oregon. Shout that out, man.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about her journey. All through and she's working deep in the cannabis industry too, so we're gonna talk on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about her new single. So yeah, man, tune in. And definitely for all your podcast needs, audio, visual, go to productiveculture.com/podcast. In the How Did You Hear About Us section, put in Artgoon Radio, Big Cali World for that definitely special discount. And for all your clothes, accessories, go to utblifestyle.shop.
Yeah.
Still got some of the fall line available, or are we all sold out?
It's still some. It's some stragglers left. So, if you go in there and you click your size and it's there, go ahead and get that. You
Don't
consider
hesitate.
yourself lucky. It's almost gone.
And for everyone out there, the Taelor Gang hoodie is restocked.
Yes, it is.
On TaylorGang.com. It is now available. The Shark hoodie is available.
Still.
Back, baby.
Restock, nigga. I want the royalty check big, so cop that shit.
I feel you, man. And also for this podcast and also for Big Cali World, go to BigCaliWorld.com. Subscribe, rate, review. We're on YouTube, also Spotify, Apple, Google Play, wherever else you can find it. We there. We got it. We there, baby.
Everywhere, baby.
All right, man. We feeling good, feeling great. It's the man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some ladies do call me Superman. It's your boy, Big Cali.
It's your boy, Rare Artgoon. Hey, you're gonna mess up one of these times. And you're gonna say hoes instead of ladies one time. I know you are. I'm waiting. I'm trolling.
It's your boy Marshall.
It's Artgoon Radio, man.
You're tuned into Artgoon Radio, brought to you by UTB Worldwide. It's just a lifestyle. Don't trip.
It's the man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some of the ladies do call me Superman. It's your boy, Big Cali.
Rare Artgoon.
It's your boy Marshall.
And this Artgoon Radio, that was perfect. That was great.
Nah.
Yeah.
I wasn't trolling this time.
Nah, you weren't. I was waiting for something. I was like, I thought you were gonna pause, like he was gonna bark or something. I don't know.
I'm chilling, man.
But anyway, man, feeling good, feeling great as usual. We back. And we got our special guest here today.
Hello.
Miss Mickey Taylor.
What's goody?
Coming in fresh from Oregon.
Portland, PDX, what's good?
How's that weather out there right now? Crazy?
Raining. Yeah, it's about to start. Yeah, gray season has started. It is among us.
Damn.
I have a question. When you landed, did you automatically start coughing from all the smog and fires from the different air quality from Portland to here?
No, but I did have a session when I landed, and when I got out of the session, I legitimately couldn't breathe when I went outside for a second. It was like,
Damn.
just from using my lungs so much, I guess,
man, It's fucked up out here.
No,
y'all.
you can see it when you fly in,
She's really breathing that top-notch air.
Top-notch air quality.
All them trees.
Yeah, I was going to say all them trees.
Yeah, that's some clean-ass air up there. So you come down to the L.A. area, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like smog.
So how's been back? Excuse me. How has being back home been? That was a lot of B's in one sentence, by the way. I don't know how I did that, but shout that out.
You were talking about bloods on the...
Yeah, it wasn't. It's all his fault, right? God damn.
Right.
That's Big C, man.
That's all him,
Big
not
belly.
that man. Big belly. Nah, but how's it been back home, man?
It's been great, actually. A friend of mine is getting married next year, so I came to help her maid of honor. So I had to go through that process. That was a little stressful.
Wedding split.
Yeah, learning all this save the date stuff and everything.
So you're a bridesmaid?
I'm a maid of honor.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're the one.
Well, I mean,
Dang.
yeah, I'm the one.
Dang. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
a lot of totally right. So it was the 2 days of just intense bridezilla. But I love you, Mary. And I'm grateful. Thanks.
That was a great undercover shot right there. That was great.
Yeah, and then a friend of mine had a wedding as well, on Halloween. So that was the first time I ever got.
Wait a minute.
wow.
So you went and planned the wedding?
Yeah,
and then
the beginning phases. So Mary's getting married in May. And then a friend of mine actually invited me to be a +1 to her friend's wedding, and so I got to see my first Halloween.
So you just been seeing a lot of weddings.
Yeah,
lately.
there's a lot going on.
A Halloween wedding sounds like. How was that? That
It
sounds
was
very
actually really
interesting.
cool. The colors were we wore velvet. It was very gothic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, it was cool.
Was it open bar?
Open bar and it was taco bar. So I was so excited because I'm in the PNW right now, which absolutely no good
I'm about to
tacos
say,
are
you
there.
have no Mexican food up there like that.
Well, they have it. It's just trash.
Damn.
So
We don't know what that's like.
We don't.
Oh,
Only
it's
time
the
I
worst.
experienced something like that is when I was in Atlanta. Because all they had out there was like Chipotle or Moe's.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you even know about Moe's. Do you know about
Never
Moe's?
heard of Moe's.
I don't know what that
Have
is.
you had Moe's?
Absolutely not.
Moe's is literally, everybody looking at me crazy as hell right now.
She said absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Moving right along with Moe's. No, that shit's weak.
What is it?
It's literally like a Mexican food place just like Chipotle kind of.
And it's called Moe's.
It's called Moe's Mexican
like a
food.
barbecue spot.
M-O-E.
Moe's doesn't sound like...
For sure, sounds like a barbecue
Yeah.
or soul
Wait.
food restaurant.
They have it. You know what's funny? When I went back to Clark just now, side note, when I went to Atlanta this last time, they have a Moe's in my cafeteria now.
Did you get it?
Fuck no, I didn't get that. I don't eat that. I can't eat that food no more. Like, but anyway, I looked at it. I wasn't trying to have heartburn all day and die. Anyway, moving right along though. Mickey, man. You're back out here. You moved out to Oregon. What made you move out to Oregon? Like, what was that move coming from SoCal? Because I know most of your base was out here. All your music, if we look it up, has always been SoCal. All your visuals has been SoCal. Your music, you hear it all through it. You are a Southern California girl.
I'm the mermaid, yes.
What made you want to pack up and go out to Oregon and transfer and do that whole situation?
I think it was a bit of two things. The first thing, I wanted to transition. I needed a change. Coming from where we come from, we're always here. We're always in it. We're always in the mix.
And where are you from again? Like that for people that don't know?
Yeah, I was born in Los Angeles. Then I moved to the Inland Empire. Then I went to college. After college, I went to Long Beach. So I'm literally a mix of those three, and I will rep
Just
all three.
SoCal
So
all the
you
way.
can just, deal with it.
I love the disclaimer. I'm
Yeah.
repping all three.
All three at all times. IELALBC. It's fine. I've had all the area codes. Leave me alone.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I just wanted to change a pace. I was like, I had worked myself out of the contract that I was in. And I was kind of at a crossroads, like go indie or go into another contract. And I wasn't inspired. I was going through the same shows, same circuit, same everything, and I was over it. So I've always been working in cannabis and music like simultaneously.
And you can hear that in your music too. I was gonna say that, especially the High Grade album.
She's
going
friendly,
through that.
No. So I think for me, my opportunities with cannabis just started to progress a little faster than music was at the time, and so that was just like follow where the wind takes you kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was in the I had got an opportunity with a friend of mine to work for a corporate cannabis company. Shout out to you guys, you know who you are. And my
that
interview
was the sneakiest way. You did that great. Because you know that was coming. I was like, wait, what company? Nah.
So my interview was at the Long Beach airport. So here I am, like at the Long Beach airport, meeting with my potentially new boss for the interview. Nailed it. And he's like, you got 3 weeks, so figure it out and get to Portland. So I had 3 weeks to kind of like find a place, pack my stuff, sell my stuff, pack my car.
Damn.
Hold on. So you're telling me you went to you got an opportunity to work in this new cannabis company, and they literally gave you the ultimatum, like, okay, well, you have 3 weeks to come out here and just start. If you really gonna do it, pack up, come out here, figure it out.
Wow.
Definitely. And it was kind of at the right time. I felt like I was just hitting that like out of your 20s phase, and you're just done with whatever you already were doing and you want something different to be inspired.
Right.
So I was kind of already like, look, I'm set. Like just the money is already there. The money will get me the place.
Yeah.
I could bring my belongings in this car. The car will get me around.
Have
I
you
will be
ever
fine.
been up there before?
No, I had never been to Portland.
Dang.
So that was a journey. It was like 3-day drive. My best friend, he drove with me. So we were like doing the coastal thing or whatever. And then now we're not even friends anymore because that journey was like way too long with one person in a car. Shout outs to that. If you love your friendships, don't go on road trips. If you don't,
I'm for sure not cool with some people I went on tour with.
I'm saying.
It's like, we cool.
It's like,
For the
I
most part,
don't
we
even like the way you
straight, but-
move. Yeah. So that started. And then my journey started in Portland last year, like October 9th. So.
Damn, so you've been a whole year so far. You've been out there.
Whoop.
The first year in Oregon.
Whoop.
Tell me that first month out there coming from sunny California.
And it was fall time when you moved
Yeah.
there.
Sure,
right?
raining is
Dude,
cold.
I hit the gray period. So when I got there, I had no idea about vitamin D and if like sufficiency or insufficient amount of it. I had no idea about seasonal depression, like none of that stuff, right? So I'm going into Oregon like, I got a new job, it's gonna be good, whatever. No, it was like, death. It was literally like really hard to handle.
It was the humbling.
Mm-hmm.
The breaking.
Yeah, totally. And you know, when I first moved there, I was renting a room through this like roommate app or whatever because I didn't know anything about Portland.
Wait,
I knew no one.
a
Yes,
roommate app?
It's called Roomie. Big up to y'all. Could y'all help me girl out?
Damn.
Anyways, yeah, it was. You got to do what you got to do when you're ready to get where you want to go. So I looked at it like that. I got to get there. I got to get here. So I moved in.
For sure.
And I didn't know this person. So here I am and like with a stranger, living with a stranger. And then I'm always in the rain. Like not even like 72 and like sprinkle, like 40 degrees and like dumping. And then they don't use umbrellas out there because it's like a thing. They look at you like,
Wait,
you need help? Like
they just want you to be wet walking?
Yo, you got to buy shells. Like every jacket is water resistant. Every jacket, you know what I mean?
What was that process of having the layers of buying coats?
Man, I wear a lot of dad
I
hats
don't have
now.
any big jackets right now. If it literally poured down raining, I have 3 UTB hoodies and some sweats and maybe like an overcoat somewhere.
Yeah.
You about to
Bruh.
just be soaked.
The majority of my clothes were like crop tops, cut off shorts, Vans, sandals,
SoCal.
denim, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I had to literally redo everything and you have to learn how to like adjust to the terrain and living in those conditions. And yeah, you just learn. Like that was October to December. And then March came around and I started getting bit by spiders. Like I got bit by a brown recluse, had to get stitches. Skin was all crazy. And then I was like, I'm out of here. Like I'm done
I
with this
remember
place.
that time too.
I was like,
when you said
I'm
it,
moving
like,
out. It's over. But through that experience, I learned about like my blood type and like just, you know, you learn different things about yourself when you're in
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
places and stuff happens. So,
Right.
and then it was like right after that, when I was supposed to come here in June,
Yeah.
Black Widow bit me and it was just like, all right, go through that process. So it's been a lot of like
so you
healing.
got bit by 2 spiders.
2 spiders in 3 months. 2 of the most deadliest spiders in 3
That's
months.
wild, man.
Yeah, so
Someone's praying
that's
for
been
you.
my organ. Yeah, my grandma's up there. I love you.
So, like, when you moved out there, did you know anybody up there? Like, any music plugs or like producers? or
Absolutely
anything?
not.
So
No.
you just out there with it just
Yeah,
out
so
there.
I had my connects that I have in Los Angeles, but didn't know that anybody would like counteract one another, you know.
Yeah.
But through cannabis, I was able to actually find like mutual people. So
Okay.
so and so found in a reggae spot that used to be boom, 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 and I sang down there and so years ago. So they're like, oh, you should probably just pop up to this place on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I would pop up and then I'd meet who I need to meet. And then, you know, you just get yourself situated and get in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Within the first, like, by the time the spider situation happened, by February, March, April, I was like, I had sold out my first show in Portland and it was on a Thursday.
That's
Wait a minute.
dope.
See,
Yeah.
I like how you said that real quick and slow up, but that's so you got there in October.
Yep.
November,
I had an
December, January.
audition.
So you had 3 months and then you sold out your show in
Yep.
90 days from not knowing nobody out there.
It was just,
What was that process like? What did you do? That sounds a little like A plus, like, what you just know?
I was
people now?
Instagram stalking, like not like stalking people, but following hashtags.
Yeah.
So it'd be like PDX artists, PDX music venues, PDX hip hop. And I would just literally spend like hours at a time kind of going through, seeing who's Instagram, who had 10,000 or more, who had
Yeah.
access to so-and-so, boom. And I would just pop up or something like send a DM. And then because I was over that 5K mark, people feel like they could talk to you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know, so it's like, oh, I could
That
actually
good on
like,
number.
I might respond now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not 2 years ago, but I might respond now. So that turned into that. And yeah, it
I
just
see that a lot
ended up
with
working out.
different people that I come across, like people I probably hit up like at one point and you know they didn't really answer
Yeah.
the DM and then now they're like, you know, hitting me up.
Totally,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's a good thing. But then it kind of like that's where you kind of humble yourself a little bit. You gotta be like, you know, it's just a part of the game.
It's the internet.
It's
Just
the
play
internet.
the game.
It's not real.
Yeah.
Just play
you
the
gotta like
game.
just tell yourself that.
Yeah, totally.
But nah, so like your first show out there, like who are you working with? Like how'd you even put that together?
Yeah, so you know, my first producer in LA that I first started working with, his name is Day One. Shout out to him. He's not my manager. Boom. That is so interesting. It like hits you in a, yeah. Right. Okay. So he like told me, oh, you should reach out to somebody named Trox, and Trox is actually a producer DJ from the Pacific Northwest. I reached out to him via Instagram, and then I saw this thing called Thesis all over the place, and it was like an every month hip hop showcase where they showcase all local artists within the Portland community in the hip hop world, urban scene.
Yeah.
So I started pulling up to a couple, checking them out. I ended up meeting this guy named Max Smith, and he's the one who kind of coordinates everything. And then they were like, you know, you can do an audition. So I did. They gave me like 15 minutes, an opener, like back on Valentine's Day. And people were rocking with me. They were vibing. And then everybody was doing the Instagram, following. So I kept retweeting that information, like those videos, all that content. And then by the end of March, that's when they were like, yo, we can put you on the bill, we want to headline you, da-da-da.
That's lit.
And Portland, they don't really pay artists out there. Like, that's the thing that I do feel sorry for y'all, because I could never fly where we from. But, you know, they're giving them beer and like food for like 30 minutes, hours of their time. And it's like, I'm not really coming from where I'm coming from, where we were putting kind of through like a training process.
Well, before you even moved to Portland, what most people don't know, you had a very established career out here. You have a very established
I mean, I've been doing
career.
music 11 years. It's been 11 years. Back started in June, so this past June will be 11 years. Yeah. So 2020 is like my over 10,000 now. Like, it's 10,000 and independent. So I'm like past the 10,000 hours, and I'm like on the independent side. So
that's dope.
It's definitely
in the process
from
from October to February. Did you record any like new music and perform that at that show?
I did record a song and did use like maybe just the verse and like the front hook of it, just to kind of read the crowd or whatever. They all didn't know any of my music anyways, because I'm in Portland, so I'm brand new anyways. But I didn't want to like, the stuff I'm recording in Portland is really soft. And for the first time, I think maybe the rain and the trees and just everything is so like a movie. I'm just writing very soft, and like I'm singing very soft.
Yeah.
So I wasn't ready to be like on stage going from like, move your body like it, and then ooh, you know what I mean? It's just like, it was like throwing people off. So I didn't want to go there that far. Because I wasn't comfortable yet.
I was going to ask if like moving from here to there in a whole different environment, like with that, did that have an effect on your music?
Oh yeah, from like October until about January, I couldn't really write at all, because it was just crying and like mad, and like me deciding, man, F this, I'm just about to get back in my car and drive back home. Like, I'm done here, and this learning curve, and they're very passive aggressive. So you have to learn how to like not be direct, but not be direct. You know what I mean? And so it was all training. So that was hard. And I just couldn't focus on music. But after New Year's, which is like my favorite holiday, you can see the fireworks like out in the mountains. Like they look like shooting stars because there's so many trees. You don't really see the houses. So I live on waterfront, which is like right in front of the Willamette River, Because at the beginning they told me Willamette. I was saying Willamette, and they were like, that's a Cali thing. That's
I was going to say what?
You'll get it later. Your podcast members will. But you could sit at the edge of the river, and you can look up at this mountain, and you see like fireworks just like popping off out of nowhere. And it just
sat at the edge of a river on New Year's and was
like
looking at fireworks over a mountain.
But I was by myself,
peaceful.
bro. It was very peaceful. Yeah, you're like alone. You know what I mean? So you're just kind of in this solitude.
No smog.
No, breathing like great air. Yeah, the ducks was coming. It's unreal. I do get like why everybody's like, oh my God, it's beautiful. But
do you think you've gotten tired of it, or do you like it now more?
I think I've just now felt like I'm settled enough to be like, now let me enjoy it.
Yeah.
They got about a year left out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I miss the beach. I miss the sun. Like just even being out here, like catching myself just standing there with my eyes closed. Like I didn't even realize how much of the sun affects who we are if we were already raised here.
Hell yeah.
And when
I can't
you
even
don't
imagine.
get
I'll be
it,
outside all day. I can't imagine being somewhere where it's like no
you going to
sun.
work, you going to the gym, you going to eat, and you going home. And in between those, you're getting wet the whole time. Like, and then
That's so dark.
And then you driving, everybody drive 40 miles an hour. Nobody blinks. Like, they got bikers coming out like it's free. Man, I sold my car within the first 4 months because I almost drove into so they have a streetcar. So you know how we have like Metrolink? It's over there. It's on the link. You know how we got Blue Line? It's on a line. It's established within the city where it's at.
Yeah.
This thing goes on the regular streets, goes on one-way streets, passing Burger Kings.
Like a train?
It's like rails. It's not even like how San Francisco is set up.
I
It's
know
just
what
like,
you're talking about.
it's like a streetcar rail thing that just goes everywhere. Like it just boom, like it just takes over. And I got stuck in a couple one-way streets and just anxiety in the rain. Like it's just an unsafe environment for me to be driving.
I hate driving in the rain. So having to do it when I have to get around most of the
crossing
year
bridges.
would piss me
And
off.
real rain too.
And
real
in a
rain.
city I'm not from or never been around.
And crossing
I'm
bridges.
probably not making this any back. I can see the race like, oh, motherfucker, yeah.
And crossing bridges.
Low key, like if we've been out, let's say, well, not even say been out. If there's 20 different events that were happening while it was raining, we maybe only went to like 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That'll like stop our whole entire
Oh
life.
no,
Like, we're not going
will
out.
go to all 20.
You have to if it
They
rains
will
that
have
much.
costumes and change outfits with layers on for each one. So each photo that they're at is a different thing. It's a vibe.
That's rare.
Yeah. But
So are
it's
you
just-
used to rain by now?
Yeah, I'm used to rain by now.
So if it rained out here right now, it'd be like nothing to you.
I wouldn't even need an umbrella.
She'll laugh at us probably.
I would
laugh.
freaking out. I'm like, man, it's raining.
Yeah.
I gotta get out the car now and get wet.
I don't have a jacket.
I don't have
Indoors.
nothing.
I'm telling you. So imagine going through all of that by yourself, 1,000 miles away from everything. Like, and you don't even have a studio yet. So I couldn't even go. I didn't get the studio set up till January. So I couldn't even go to like release the anger and the sadness and all of that. I was just like dealing with all of it. And you're pouting because where we come from, we're spoiled.
We are.
And you,
And so, yeah.
And you as a songwriter, like, because for people that know, just to give a little context, you come from a background writing too, also.
Yeah. I've been a ghostwriter for about 7.5 years. I worked for a company that was just like a indie subsidiary of a larger company. And the management would just essentially hire me out to link in with these new artists that are coming up. And I would help them with like studio etiquette training or write some of the lyrics just dead ass or, that's pretty much it.
And artwork, basically.
Yeah. And like like co-writing and stuff. Also, I would go to a lot of writing camps. So I am friends with a bunch of like different,
I've been seeing these writing
producers
camps
and stuff. They've been around forever.
I just got turned on to them because I'm like, I guess that's the new norm.
Everybody's getting exposed.
Yeah, it's coming out. Like, all right, this is the wave. Like Beyonce and all of them will literally hire the best people in the gang and put them up in a big mansion with chefs, and they just create for months.
Yep.
And then give it all to Beyonce, and then she just picks and cherry and does what she does, and everybody becomes rich. It's like
Shout out Alton for Arizona.
That's called The Machine.
So with that being said, you as a songwriter, you didn't have that release to even, did you notice your songs was even, you say you couldn't even write, but did you notice once you did start writing, it just dramatically was different?
Yeah, that's what I'm
when you were in
saying. It's so soft. I'm so more vulnerable now. My lyrics are way more accessible as far as like the story. You can tell it's like a girl who's going through something, not really me, but me just like making a story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But being more open to writing the story. I'm singing a little more romantically. I'm writing a little more romantically. I was very direct and like SZA-esque or like, Kendrick singy kind of vibey pattern cadence-wise. And now it's very like ride the melody out, let the space go, breathe, think about it, cry a little bit. It's okay, no one's here.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you getting broke? I don't want to say broken down,
Definitely
but like
broken.
literally broken down with an organ.
Definitely
literally,
Bro, I have spider like scars. Okay, broken.
and that acquired to possibly your new whole wave of what's coming, and that's I think a lesson in it because you were out there on like faith. Like I don't know why you're out there on a job working in the cannabis industry. And I want to touch on that too a little bit.
Sure,
but you were out there on a job, but it ended up leaking over to your art, and it's coming out great because you have the new single Tiger Stripes, which is kind of
Tiger Club.
All right.
Yeah, no, you get
yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about that, how did that even come about?
Yeah, so when I first moved there, I was renting a room, and underneath my apartment complex, there was this donut shop called Coco Donuts, and I would go there all the time. My little homegirl, she would make me a little coffee in the morning, and I would sling her some of my music from my password. And she was like, oh my God, nah. There was a guy who came in. His name is Art, A.O. Kelly, who is the producer of Tiger Cub. To rewind, he came in. She was playing my music. He was like, where is this from? She's like, he lives upstairs. Studio ended up being 2 blocks away from my apartment.
Damn.
The whole time. The whole time. So the whole time, October, January, I'm over here cashing out because I'm coming with money because I don't know anybody. And they acting like, oh, you California. So, it's always, where's your money at?
Yeah.
And,
I love that Cali tax.
Yeah,
it's
so everywhere. Like,
Stupid.
it's so stupid. So, and it ended up being blocks away. So I just went to one. I set up a session, and he found me on Instagram. We set up a session, and he's a really cool dude. He had a good vibe. And then that's when things started changing. So from there, I think the music was just like, write this story. Like I needed to find a single. That was my manager was saying, like, you need to find a single. I'm like, all right, well, I need to figure out what story I'm going to write. And Tiger Cup just came about. I was in the studio with him. He plays a trumpet. It was crazy, crazy cool. Like you'll hear the horn in there. Yeah. And it just made me think of like a relationship. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy. They go to carnival. He wins her the stuffed animal. And then from the song, the view that you're supposed to be looking at, which is how the visual will look, the music video, is from his eyes, the eyes of this stuffed animal. So she'll throw him at him and he'll throw it at her. It'll end up in the backseat of a car or might end up on the ground in the rain because it's going to be Portland, so it's going to be raining. So, I'm excited about it. The single comes out November 15th. And then the video will come out some like time after Christmas.
Have you shot the video yet?
It's in the works. We've already shot 2 scenes, but I'm still,
I was going to say, that's a good idea. I don't want no one to hear this and steal
Yeah,
that.
I was like, yes, man.
Too late. We already got
All right,
that
good,
content
good.
on film. Okay.
That mess, and I mean, I heard the track. I heard some of the first like cuts of it. I haven't heard
Yeah.
the final version of anything. And I mean, and you having the feature on there, correct too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry about that. Yeah, Sage Woolley. He's actually a Portland native. So I was recording in this studio called it's called Hollowed Halls. The engineer's name is After Dark, and he was like, "Yo, I have
I
a
love
rapper."
any engineer named After Dark.
Yo,
by the way.
he's a merman too. His studio is in the basement. It's all blue. He's got this long, crazy blonde hair, ice blue eyes, but he's like hip hop. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
That's
but it's
very
great.
Portland right now. That sounds like
Oh, the aesthetic is so Portland. It's ridiculous. But it's cool though, because we communicate. Out of all the other engineers, I haven't been able to really communicate with him. So Art built the beat. After Dark he did the session, the engineer did the mixing mastering. And then Sage Woolley was a reference from him. And I came and I listened to him and I'm like, yo, you got a crazy voice. I thought he was way older. The kid's only like 20. Doesn't even have a drive. Just got his driver's license in Oregon type of vibe.
Wow.
So
damn.
yeah.
And he killed it.
And he killed it. Yeah, he did a great job. After that, we ended up doing 2 more songs that day in the studio.
Oh, so we
got
got
some more heat going. I might, turn into a little Fuji. Like, I have this other guy who's a singer, so the 3 of us might kind of make like a little remake, like a little Fuji.
Hey, you just
trio
dropped
vibe.
4 bombs right now, right?
Oh yeah,
now.
totally. I told you. It's like,
That's dope.
I'm up there hiding out.
So it's coming. The creative juices are
2020,
there.
Mickey for 2020. The campaign starts here.
So what do we have? Well, I don't even want to go there. That's the lie,
Too
man.
far.
Right.
Let's
I was
ease
gonna go
it.
like, where are we going into 2020? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah,
man,
no,
'cause-
definitely expect a new project from me. And I know people have been like, a lot of my fans. I haven't put a project out in now 3 years. So
What was the last? It was
Essentials.
Essentials,
Yeah.
yes.
That's like when I was working with Willie B and Champions Only and all of them. So that experience, that was like my LA time. I feel like I
Right.
graduated, I needed a little break. And then here we are now, just kind of reintroducing some of the old music I was already making. I started in reggae. So
Yeah.
I wasn't even doing hip hop until about 7 years ago.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was 19 singing in reggae clubs and weddings and stuff. So, and that was to pay through
Damn.
college. Like that was how I was getting around that and cannabis.
What was your first project? When did you make your first project?
I made my first project in 2009. Yep, in Rialto,
Okay.
with this as part of this company called Phenom Music, and they were like this small little writing camp. And we started. That was my first project. But when I first started making music, I was like 19, and I was in a reggae band called Roots Collective.
So were you ever a part of the era of like having to slang your own mixtape?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's where High
You
Grade
was in
Volume
the
1.
streets?
That's why I got High Grade Volume 1, High Grade
Okay.
Volume 2.
Okay.
I have a project called Half Baked, which is really funny. Actually was putting out a project. Yeah, it has like some of the movie clips in there on my Bandcamp. So that's like, if you ever wanted to hear my history of like when I started from 2009 till right now, 2019, it would be mickeytaylor.bandcamp.com.
That's lit.
And it's like, maybe like 9 different projects. And
That's
you can
the-
hear the
That's the
voice.
best thing about the internet is that
Yeah.
it's a
You can always
database.
get back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Always
okay,
look
they've
back.
been doing
You
this.
can
Yeah,
and all
that's
that.
the hub. Yeah.
I can't lie. When I first heard your music was through that song you did with Richard Wright. Mary
That's
Jane.
my boy. Yeah, Richard Wright's my
And
boy.
I love that first song when I first heard it with
Yeah, it's a
Richard
dope
Wright's song.
song.
And then
Mhm.
when
The video's
y'all did it
awesome.
together, it's like a whole new situation.
Yeah, that was the goal. I wanted to be the Mary that he was talking about in the first song, and then we remade it to that. So we never made a video for that, but we're actually planning a tour next year together. So
That's
It'll all
Because
work
Richard
out.
Wright's new album was crazy.
yeah, right.
too.
Him, my boy Pistol, Waju, like Huss, like we all. That's when I kind of left out of IE and went into Long Beach after Cal Poly. It was like those are the people that I first connected, and like that was the lane, that Lamert Park crew. I was going to all those like, the space for the studios, and Mike West was helping me record and learn my voice and stuff. So I've been around for sure.
That's
Damn.
lit.
You put in definitely that sweat.
Oh, I've been
equity,
putting in
those
the work.
hours,
I've been
man.
spending the night in the studios and paid for studios and figured it out.
So what would you say is the main difference you see in the music industry now from like slinging your own music to now the streamings? Do you feel like it's more money now, less money, or do you like the business side of it? Because you've seen all aspects of the music industry, at least from it's growing, because you've been doing it for a decade
last
plus.
decade,
Yeah. No, definitely a difference. I think with the way music is going now, you can still like get it hand to mouth, so to speak, or trunk to retailer consumer. But I think the internet just gives you the ability to do it and multitask. So if you're not using it, it's kind of like working against your benefit because
Yeah.
it's there, like it's
Yep.
there. So it's really just your own. What I learned, and this is about being when I got separated from Cali, like you have to be self-motivating. and that's your passion. That's your project. I
Right.
no longer had handlers. I no longer had a budget. I no longer, that wasn't not just mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you had a whole label.
I had a
you
team.
Had a whole
I had a
and then-
situation that was set up correctly for me to succeed, and we did succeed. We did really well. You guys were talking about Japan, and that was a whole thing. My music got moved out there, and we did really well in the charts that way with R&B. But I was just, I'm ready. I was ready for something else.
I feel you.
Right. I feel you. Yeah. Well, the second thing I wanted to bring up with is with the cannabis side of it, because we touched on a little bit of the music, but I want to talk about how the cannabis is tied into your music a lot too.
Yeah, definitely.
I just know, especially I always bring up the High Grade album because that's just like one of my smoking albums I just go to. Like literally, the way you talked about it, you don't ever really necessarily say weed or kush or you literally use every other word to use and go around, kind of like how Rick James made Mary Jane too, the same way. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's something that I like about it, because I don't even want to necessarily call your music stoner music but it is just good music to smoke to, but it's also like very beautiful R&B also. Yeah. Can you talk about how'd you form that? That's a hard line to go.
Yeah, no, I totally feel you. I think I was blessed starting in reggae first, because reggae is one of those foundational musics. Mm-hmm. So learning 6-bar blues, learning how music is constructed in one drop and the different rhythms and understanding the levels of music, I always had that as my training background, right? Mm-hmm. So then going into hip hop, I knew I never wanted to go divulge straight into being a hip hop female artist or a super R&B Deborah Cox out the closet artist either. So I had to figure out a way to blend the two. And I think it just worked to my benefit. When I finally found hip hop, I listened to a lot of rap, and I would figure out that reggae is kind of similar, but slowed down. And then I'm singing. So match the two. And I'm a soundtrack to what I like to do the most, smoke. Mm-hmm. So if I'm smoking, what would be the soundtrack? I'm that music. I should be that voice. So then I just started creating stories around that and trying to figure out how my life could intertwine, or the people around me could intertwine to whatever the beats that I was hearing at the time.
Were you getting sponsorships and opportunities from cannabis in the beginning, early stages of when it was getting legal in California?
Yeah, so I was the Jungle Boys girl for a minute. I definitely did the Chiba Chew girl thing. I was Korova. Oh my God, the 500 milligram black bars. I used to go to parties with them and have to pass those.
Wait, you're passing out 500 milligrams?
What the hell is that?
Those are not even existing.
Ring, don't touch them.
It was the Four Loko. It was the Four Loko of edibles. It's the Four Loko of edibles. It's gnarly. I don't even know if they have them still in California. I haven't been around in a while. But
look at Reese.
The limit.
He hates edibles. He hates edibles.
Can't stand them.
Edibles are intense.
If there was a way to scale out it being the same every single time, or something being a certain dosage, then I think I'll like them. But the times that I fucked up, I took a little piece of something and it just folded me.
No, I totally understand. Cannabis is really, really interesting of a substance, right? And your chemicals already. Yeah. So if you think about, you're doing science with yourself every time. Mm-hmm. And the way you ingest that is going to give you a totally different reaction or effect compared to any other person.
Yeah.
Did you learn that more so being so into the cannabis industry as opposed to being the customer side?
Yeah, definitely. I got into cannabis at first just by budtending and receptioning. I used to work at Dank Depot.
Hey, I used to go to. Was that in Long Beach?
It was in Long Beach. Off of
Dank
PCH.
Depot had gas. So I had a real ghetto moment. I was like, oh shit, I used to go to Dank Depot.
Yes.
I did not know you worked at Dank Depot.
Oh yeah, I was head budtender for the longest.
Man, me and Steve-O used to go there.
Damn.
Yeah,
Shout out to O.
Yeah.
Shout out to O.
But my boss was crazy. She was this Native American Cherokee woman that was but she had ice blue eyes and brunette hair and she looked Italian. And she would everybody needs to know what it is that you're selling. So she would give us books and make us read articles, and she would teach us stuff. So I really did learn the science behind it. I got into the grow room at one point and was starting that process and figuring out that. And then I was nope, don't want to do this. Too much energy exchange. You know what I mean? You're growing things and they're it's too much. Harvesting is hard.
It's way too deep. Yeah, especially really when deep. You get into where it's the actual industry
and the pheno, and you have to do this duplicate all the time. It has to come to consistent results every single time, or that pound drops in weight, that pound drops in price. It's just like the wine industry at this point, which is why I'm pretty excited. When I got the opportunity to interview, I was hell yeah. I got there. The company only lasted 4 months. Mm-hmm. And so I was unemployed for a month, 1,000 miles away.
Wait, slow down. Oh, yeah. So the original job you went up there for, that was in the cannabis industry.
It's not the job I have now. Yeah, no.
Damn.
So the original job, I was working in sourcing, right? So I was going to farms, picking up 500, 600 pounds at a time and taking them to these distillate farms so that they would be processed into,
Wait, you were over here with the 600 Ps?
Yeah, but it's way different up there. They have like barcodes from seed to sell. Everything is tracked. Like they literally have a time and a manifest of like, you got to be from point A to point B in 2 hours. And we'll know if you don't have that signature with that time on the other side, like you're getting fined 2 racks. Like stuff like that.
Damn.
Oregon don't play. They figured out a way to like make it
It's efficient.
blue collar for sure. But the company was a Canadian-owned company, so I think there was just situations. Everybody is different. So next thing you know, people was getting laid off, and the company was closing down. So I was like, man, I got to figure this out. And I just started applying, and I was like, I have the experience. It's a legal industry. Let me just get a weed resume, like legit. Like, why don't I just make a weed resume? And then the second I started doing that, I went on Indeed, and there was like 275 herb jobs. It's like, what?
Damn.
3 hours, I was just clicking, going through. I knew that I wanted to work in corporate cannabis because that's how I got there. And, having health insurance and having benefits was important to me because I'm 1,000 miles away from everything I know. What if something happens,
Mm-hmm.
And after 6 interviews, I got the company I work for now. And they're actually the first ever, like, publicly traded company. They're one of the first dispensaries and cannabis corporations on the West Coast in California.
Wait
so
a
I
minute.
actually worked for like
traded on the stock market now?
Oh yeah, we're publicly traded on the stock market, like 401k. I got
That's
like
lit.
I'm in there now as far as like pioneering yourself through a new industry. Yeah, it's really cool.
Is that the future of where cannabis is going?
Oh,
It's about
for
to become just straight corporate now? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's just like television, right? Or radio, anything like that. There's these 5 major like companies that own these, and then you have all these little umbrella subsidiaries of them, and it's going to be the exact same thing. The difference with Portland and Oregon is that they keep it craft. They don't like turn it into like, we have a taco session that's like 1,500 people, and everybody we come from Kentucky or whoever,
Yeah.
It's completely different there. It's very like a store. Like you're walking into one that looks like Forever 21. You're walking into mine, and mine looks like a train station. Like mine is like an old throwback kind of train station vibe. So.
Do you even think so? That's the major difference you would say between the cannabis industry in California and the cannabis industry in Oregon? It's just the aesthetic wise and just how it's ran, or because honestly, Oregon's been legal longer, hasn't it been?
Yeah.
Than California.
Yeah, and Oregon they did medical first. So like when, they did it right first, I'll say that. When you were talking about dosages and stuff like that, they actually have edibles that are that way. They're screened out like that. And it blew my mind when I got there. I was like, whoa, this is intense. I've never seen this before because I was growing up off Rice Krispie treats and,
there's no consistency.
Chocolate dip bars. There's no consistency out here.
Yeah.
But I think the difference really is that California is too big to even be completely blue market like Oregon is. We still gonna have the black market. There's no way you can't tell me I can't do what I need to do if I own this house in the hills and you can't get to me within 45 minutes. You get what I'm saying?
Touché.
So that's how that's getting down. And we have so many abandoned buildings that people can just pop up, buy a whole bunch, have some girls, open for 3 months, get some return, close down, and be out the way. That's impossible.
That's every dispensary in the Inland Empire.
Yes.
Honestly, they all like come for like 2 months, 3 months.
That's
and
planned.
then you love them.
That is planned.
Like you really start becoming like fans of these dispensaries, and then
I will say Paris got it figured out though.
Yeah.
They might have a lot of the places you can purchase the licenses, but they're grandfathered, right? So it's back pre-ICO, like 2007, 2008. So you're like buying a liquor license essentially. And some of these are like $7.2 million and they come with the space and the people already, but you got to just come with the capital. That's the difference from here than there. You can still like go to OLCC and sit in this, like I had to go to a town hall meeting with like the governors right here talking about vaping.
Damn.
That's not happening in California.
Why do you think it's not happening? It's just too big?
It's too big. It's too many markets. And we got too many dirty and clean people living in one big state. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
It's too much of a mix for
Everybody
you to just
just
try to
can't
regulate.
Drinking from it too long. Like.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. There's like cartel and infrastructure that have been here for so long that, honestly feed the community and feed the people that they're around and their, their environment. So if you take that infrastructure away, imagine what you would do if you know what I mean? To the whole district.
What now? Here's a question I just want to know because I haven't been to Oregon yet. I'm planning to go soon. How do you rate the marijuana in tasting wise and potency from what you've had in Southern California to out there?
California got the best weed.
Everybody says that.
California got the best weed.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to outdoor, when you're thinking about like growing some flower outdoor, like, oh my gosh, like Mother Earth, it should grow,
Yeah.
Oregon got some fire. Like they have some fire, but there's nothing like There's nothing like California herb. And a lot of it is because we started in indoor. We started in hydro. We had to hide. We had to go inside. We had to be scientists first. They just throwing stuff out there with the sun and letting it grow.
Our shit's like scientifically
Nitro,
made to be the most
CO2.
gases,
Yeah,
fires weed
we
possible.
are making that. Yeah, we made the X-Men of weed, like all terpenes and trichomes and all of that, manipulating that. We started that.
Yeah.
That in Denver, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Straight
that
up.
would probably be the second best. I would say they got the best indoors, Denver, but you know they also are like Marlboro.
I haven't been to Portland, but I went to Denver. We went to a match shop, and it was cool. Like,
It gets you high.
yeah, it gets you
That's
high.
Oregon. That's literally
But
Oregon.
we blew through that weed.
Yeah.
Don't they have like brands like Jungle Boys and like Cookies and like all those brands like that we have out there? Don't they have it out there too?
They're farms. So they have major farms that like dispense to all the different retail spaces. So if you're a connoisseur shopper and you only want, shout out Deep Creek Farms, you know, you're going to be going to stores where only that flower is sold. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But that's the only way to really like alienate certain parts of the market in that regard.
Is there any other area like outside of Portland, like Eugene or anything that's like popping with that?
Eugene, yeah. So my sister's store is actually in Eugene. Okay. So the company I work for, Harborside, they purchased 2 new spaces, one in Portland, one in Eugene. I run Portland. My sister's store my counterpart runs Eugene, but it's 3 hours out. So you're doing like hippies versus millennials. So our stores are still 2 separate. They're 2 different markets.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, there's over 200 and something stores and like 900 farms in the state of Oregon. And then like per capita, the most strip clubs. So
I always hear that.
Yeah,
too.
I always hear the strip club part.
The strip clubs got bomb vegan food though.
Wait, what?
Dead.
Per capita.
You just blew his mind.
Wait a
right
minute,
now.
it's vegan food at the strip club?
There's vegan food everywhere in Portland, first off.
See,
and
that's why I'm trying
definitely
to go.
at the strip club.
Damn, plant-based Big Cali got to go to fucking...
Plant-based Big Cali got to go to Portland.
Plant-based
Big Cali.
Goes to Portland.
Eating cauliflower wings.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
cauliflower
they be
wings in the
dipping
strip
them
club. Smoking gas. Chilling, man.
How is the beer up there?
The beer is great. Yeah. I mean, beer, coffee, and like outdoors is like what Portland or Oregon in general is kind of known for.
I went to Portland. I've probably been like 3 times, but like in my younger 20s when like I really didn't like care to go to like bars and like try new good beer.
Of course, yeah.
So now I know I would be like all the way on it.
Yeah, no, definitely. They have this thing called a pub crawl, which is really cool. So you're like on this like bicycle that has 13 people around it with this top, and you just like this little maneuvered bicycle thing, and you're just drinking, and you're stopping at bars, and you're just drinking, and then you're stopping at another bar.
That's lit.
And they'll tell you like the hops and the IPAs and all this percentages and stuff. It's a lot personally. I mean, that's just not my, you know what I mean? Like I like tequila, you know? Yeah. I like marijuana. I like red wine. Like that's me. So for me, the beer is just like a lot. And I've seen a lot of people do crazy shit when they're like way drunk off a few pitchers out there because it just hits harder.
Yeah.
What are the smoking laws like out there? Like, can you just walk around and smoke or like?
Yeah, you could be at a park and like smoke and stuff. You can smoke in your car. You cannot smoke in your apartment, like inside, because you do not own it. It has to be a private space. So you either have to own so technically, that's how they can get you. And they will like try to break your lease and fine you and send an attorney. Yeah. You cannot smoke in your unit, like in your actual.
And you just crumbled my whole shit. So I gotta own. That's the only way I can smoke.
It has to be a private space to consume indoors. So we have smoking lounges, like there's the Northwest Cannabis Club, there's the Flight Lounge or whatever, where you can go and you pay a fee.
To the Flight Lounge. That just sounds.
But every time you go, you pay a fee.
Try to go to the Flight Lounge.
It's cool. We got Laos out here. It's way, way more efficient. Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy.
You say you at Harborside
Inc. Yep.
Wait a minute. Now, if I could be mistaken, but if last I remember, that was like one of the companies that was like fighting for the laws. That's on like every
Steve
documentary.
Mm-hmm. He
and
was
like the dude with the ponytail.
Damn,
that's the company you work for them? My bad, I just had a real life friend.
Gang,
they
that's
like
right.
No, like in the cannabis industry, they're like the OG company.
What did you see?
They run
what
the
you talking
Bay
about? You
to
seen a
LA.
documentary?
You go on Netflix, any basic weed documentary when it talks about weed getting legalized.
His name is Dan D'Angelo, I believe. Dan D'Angelo or Steve D'Angelo, one that's like
he even had he even had a series that like went on like and it showed the inside of like his dispensaries when they first opened.
Yes, San Jose, that's Oakland. Yeah, now those stores are grossing $12 million a year.
Wow. Off the loud.
They just opened the first ever drive-through that first ever drive-through.
Yeah,
that's my company.
where Vegas is.
That's my company. Desert Hot Springs, that drive-through. That's my company.
Mike Tyson did
it's
the
crazy.
thing on Jimmy Kimmel at that thing with the.
Okay.
They're doing it. They're really doing it. I mean, it's you. If you lock down the market, even as an artist, like just to get into these spaces where this is the next wave creatively and financially where we're going.
Yeah.
You'd be smart. It would behoove you not to.
So it's a spot that has a drive-through. You just pull up and order like
In Desert Hot Springs, right there in between between Coachella and Palm Springs.
Okay.
Is it on the 111?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is on that.
Everything's on that goddamn street, man. Highway 111 has every restaurant that Reed goes to that's fire in Palm Springs.
Yep, got it all.
Hey, Palm Springs is fire. Palm Springs is next. Hawaii too. You know.
I heard about this in Palm Springs. It's a big space. It's like a big warehouse space, and you could like, I guess, rent a section of it, and they'll grow your weed for you. But you just rent out the
That's
space.
smart. I mean, and that's the thing that I love about Cali. Like that's something I haven't even heard because I've been over there.
Yeah.
But that's smart. Like if you're thinking the next way forward, it's like your storage unit hydroponic system for yourself. If I'm paying you to grow for me, you're now supplying my monthly habit. I no longer have to go to the store.
Yep.
Smart. That's that's Netflix for my herb.
That's so tight.
And if you got a little clientele, then you just own
You
it.
pack it out, and you really don't. I pay a monthly fee, and that's it. After that, I need that number though.
I got you right after the show.
Yeah,
that's too much chicken, man. That's too much chicken, man.
For sure.
But nah, man, before we get out of here, man, I want to talk a little bit more about some stuff coming up for you in the near future.
Yeah.
You're saying, you got projects coming out. Do we have at least, when the full project, or at least estimating where you think it was going to come?
Yeah, it should be coming out like second quarter-ish sometime is what I'm thinking.
That was the most industry answer. That was perfect. That was great.
Yeah, expect the video first quarter. Definitely expect some merch and new websites. I am doing more podcast things because I have to get used to
I was gonna bring that up too. I remember
stuff.
you were where you were telling me ideas you're gonna have for your podcast you want to start.
Yeah, so I have it's 4 girls. I've met them all in Pacific Northwest, but they're all on the spectrum of like female sexuality. So there's one that's full lesbian, one that's asexual, one that's sapiosexual. And basically it's just touching on like sexuality from the female's perspective, from a female who may not be the normal female.
Right.
That's lit.
Hey man, we gotta have
Very
that happen
interesting.
immediately.
Yeah.
I need that first
and they're gorgeous,
episode.
and they're all like, they're fire. I don't even know. I feel like it's the power of manifestation, right? This is something I was talking to you about maybe 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I just finding a community of women for yourself as a woman, being by yourself is really important. So please, women, like make sure you guys be nicer to each other because you can really like hinder, like it can really hinder you and your development if you do not have that like Sex in the City vibe and those women to kind of go and run just like you guys have with your boys.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think because women are so much more conniving, they're less likely to do it.
And ain't too many shows where I see all women for years.
Yeah, like The
Except
View.
for like the
they're
View.
like exactly.
And they even switched off members a few times. So
And that's not even relating to the new woman now. So the new woman now that's 25 to 35 or even 18 to 35,
Like, there
that's
is no
a
show.
different woman.
Yeah, true that.
She's
I
tatted.
don't know
She's
of all show for women
trying
right
stuff,
now
she's
in
doing
that
stuff.
age demographic.
Yeah, especially not talking about sexuality too and like pregnancy and like all, not to be weird, but all those things we nervous about now because we're not I'm not my mom, you know what I mean? And I'm not my grandma. So who I am and what's been done and damage to my body or not damage to my body, affects you. So, people should talk about it.
Millennials and generation, what is it, Z? Y?
Yeah.
Whatever they are after that will really, really fuck with that.
Yeah, I'm
It's,
hoping so.
it's
Yeah.
very relatable,
And they're all different. We're all different races. We're all, different sides of that spectrum. You know what I mean? Even including myself. So I think it works out.
Right.
It works out well. Just like how you guys are doing what you're doing and creating a community. These people probably really listen and really need this.
Right.
And so that's what I'm just hoping to create for my own self and like my
And
fans.
there's no
More women around.
There is no that for especially that kind of woman or
Yeah.
that young girl.
The
right
spectrum
now.
female. Yeah.
There is none. I can't think of like
Nah.
one that's like non-biased, 4 different views,
Yeah.
4 different ways of looking at it, but it's like all one common goal.
Yeah.
And I even hear that through your music though too.
That's
Like,
always
you're
been my thing. That's what high grade essentially means. It was always like presenting yourself as a female, like on a silver platter, like a little higher than above, or like the high grade shelf I'm always going to get my flower from. And you know what I mean? It's a little more delicate. You should just be a little tighter, safer around it. Make sure it's safe, protected. But when you open it and it's there, it's like abundant and it's unique and it's something to treasure. So that's kind of how I feel about women in general. I feel about myself. And I just feel like that should be like pushed forward. That's just the platform I come from.
I feel you.
That's what's up, man. Well, Mickey, man, Honestly, it's been great having you here, man. I
Thanks for
don't.
having
We
me,
talked a
guys.
lot about Oregon.
Yeah.
A lot about. I think I really am prepared to go up there now.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you got me. So holla at me when you get up there.
For
Have
sure.
you heard of the Day Fade?
No.
Okay.
What's
I
that
know
thing?
someone up there that does video work for them, and it's
Okay.
like the new poppin' party in Portland area. It's called
Okay.
Day Fade.
Day Fade.
Yeah.
Is it like during the summer?
It's
Maybe?
during, yeah, I
'Cause
think there's one
it's
in
raining all the time.
June and August.
Oh, okay.
But he was telling me about
is
it.
I think it's at that Rooftop Division Heights thing. I didn't know the name of it. I think I
Yeah,
know what you're talking
I
about, though.
think
Yeah,
that's
I've been
it.
there. It's popping.
For
And they
real?
have Magic Mondays, too, at the
Okay.
Society.
Magic Mondays.
Yeah, they're there. The people of color are there. You
Yeah.
just got to find the community.
I be telling you,
Yeah.
Big C, I be knowing about the shit that be
I
going on.
hate you know about
The
all
king-
these functions,
I
man.
know where the functions be. I be
King of
hearing
the
about them. Out here to the streets.
Man, where can the people get all your music, get your visuals, merch?
Yes,
You.
definitely. You can find me under me, Mickey Taelor, MICKEYTAELOR. I'm on all music digital streaming platforms. All my videos are up online on mickeytaylor.bandcamp.com or YouTube or Tidal or Spotify.
Let's go.
Or all of those.
Hey, man, and definitely you got to come back next time you're back in town.
I'm here.
And
It's my first hip hop podcast ever.
Oh, really? Oh, that's lit.
That's tight.
That's lit,
Artgoon
man.
Radio.
Well, hey, man.
I can't wait to see that video of that with that
Tiger
you-
Cub.
Yeah.
Tiger Cub
Can't wait to
coming
see that.
soon.
Yeah, Christmas, first quarter, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, coming out on my
Single
birthday.
drops November 15th.
Okay.
November 15th.
Big up Empire.
Let's go.
Yeah, November 15th, man. Also, for all your podcast needs, audio and visual, go to productiveculture.com/podcast. In the How Did You Hear About Us section, put in Artgoon Radio for that special discount. Have your shit sounding amazing. You like I said, shit in the middle of everything.
Amazing.
Amazing. Remarkable. What did I say earlier? What was it?
Something's, I don't know.
Amazingly-
amazingly,
Amazingly. Yeah, it was for sure amazingly.
Amazingly something. I
think
don't
that
remember,
was-
man.
was
I
that in the
smoked too
car?
much already.
Jordan's
man.
gonna go back and he's gonna.
Jordan's gonna come back and go look at it, man.
What that rare term was.
All right, man. But also for all your clothes, accessories, go to utblifestyle.shop.
Yeah.
We still got some stuff available from the fall collection.
Couple things.
Hey, is the recap coming, man? What's up?
It's coming.
I'm just wondering. You know, we want the exclusives. You
Yes.
know, I know Thanksgiving. You know, Christmas is coming up.
It's sometime between November and December. It'll drop. I don't want to name any particular dates because then when it doesn't happen, people be trolling me.
I'm for sure gonna try it.
Now you see, you gotta.
What's
move
up,
with
Reem?
caution.
Come on, man. Sorry,
Serious.
bro. I fucked up.
For sure, man. And also, but in the meantime, for the Shark Hoodie, the Taylor Gang,
Yeah.
UTB collab Shark Hoodie, go to TaylorGang.com.
Yeah, go in the store and then it's under Wiz's Picks. You know, it's in a
Yep.
little special section.
For sure, man. Yeah, man. Any final things y'all want to say before we get out of here?
No, I love talking to artists. You know, millennials. And especially like having a girl perspective on artists. Is this our first girl artist?
Yes, you are
Hey.
the first
Okay.
girl art. Hey,
Okay.
shout that out.
Well, you guys picked right, and so did I.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Anything final words, Marshall?
Candles coming soon, man. Tap in holiday
Yeah, I'm
season.
trying to get some of those. Actually,
We
I
out
heard you
here.
talking about that. I need some.
That's
I need
coming
some.
soon.
Let's go.
All right, man. But anyways, the man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some ladies do call me Superman. Mickey Taylor, thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.
That was rare. Whoa.
Yeah,
Dang.
that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was nice, right?
I looked down for a second and I heard that voice. I was like, whoa. Okay, that was good.
That's Mickey Taylor, man.
That's good.
All right, man.
She does this.
Rare Artgoon.
Like,
2 steps, shawty.
Uh-huh.
Tream Hef. Big dog. Loudest bark in the park.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
It's your boy Marshall. We out here, man.
It is Artgoon Radio, man. Peace.
You're tuned into Artgoon Radio, brought to you by UTB Worldwide. Download our app, available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's just a lifestyle. Don't trip.